Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting split of Zero Gravity Gaming as we begin week 2 of the fall 2022 IBS season. We had a lot of great action last week as the league kicked off, and it's only going to get more exciting going forward. I'm Wingman. I'm here with a much more stable internet connection this week, and we've got Arcs Knight and Brennan here with me to talk about the league and build up some hype for our fantastic slate of matches tonight. So let's dive right on into last week's games. First up, we got Snack Bears Sun Guardians versus GSG Iota. This was our featured stream match of the week, and GSG managed to take a 2-0 victory. Why don't you guys dive in, tell us a little bit how they managed to accomplish that, and what gave them such a dominating victory.
Himic and Sumerian. I saw a big jungle and top gap. That's what I watched. I can't hear you.
Just Phil.
Think of the dolphin noises from SpongeBob.
All right, there we go. It's fixed. It's fixed. Yeah. Okay. This is the issue. I reset mic settings, and this is why being a producer and a cat, it's a mess. Yeah. So no, it was nothing short of domination though for GSG last week. Just game one. They gave up 3 kills, I think it was. Game 2, a little closer. Squad Fam doesn't really know what Tarek does, but outside of that, I think it was a fine game 2 even. So we'll see.
One hand to Squad Fam, we're giving them a chance in game 2.
Yeah,
I don't think one hand knew how to push in the area either.
Definitely Phil though.
So looking at these teams going forward, GSG with the big win and Snack Bears with the hard loss, do you think these are trends that might continue, or is it just the feature of the matchup?
I think GSG Iota will continue to do well. I mean, the reigning champions, of course. I mean, they have a different support in ADC than last season, but they are a group of people who have played together for a while, and I think that's just going to be a consistent play throughout the season. So unless other teams begin to grow more, they're just going to continue to probably dominate.
Yeah, I mean, if we see more game 1 Iota and less game 2 Iota, I think it's definitely going to look really, really dominant for them the whole season long. Putting Squad Fam on playmakers looked like it felt really, really good. Some of the more counter-engaged champs, maybe not so much. So I'm excited to see where the support pick's going to go. One hand looked really good, especially in game 1. Even game 2 had some pretty bright points, even though you mentioned it. Tried to make it a little closer than it should have been.
Yeah, so really good analysis, guys. Thanks. And on to our next game, TD Serenity versus Facts and Logic, one of our newcomer orgs to the league. This is another one where TD Serenity came away with a 2-0 series victory. All of our matches last night were 2-0s, but tell us a little bit about what happened in this series, and what do you guys think the keys were for the winning teams?
Apathy wasn't in ESA, was he? TD Eris? He's part of the main roster?
I don't think. Yeah, I think he's part of the main team.
Okay. I was getting the leagues mixed up because he wasn't ESA for one of them. I've talked about 3 of them for the past few days. I think the roster is pretty solid. Zircon, I think, is a really good ADC. He did play Sivir both games and abuse how broken Sivir currently is in the meta. But I know Pandorum and Apathy from Aegis, and they are both really solid players. And they both, I think, kind of showed out outside of Pandorum trying to play Quirky, which is something he's not good at.
I mean, you said it. Sivir abuse, maybe a little less quirky going forward, but my eyes were a lot on Facts and Logic in this series to see what it is they would do. A lot of these players are kind of new to me, so I wasn't sure how it was all going to land. Game 1, it seemed to be a lot more focused on the Trundle from the looks of things, so King Vivi, I believe it is. I'd have to look back at our pronunciation sheet, but 7-1-4 on Trundle in a losing game is fairly impressive, more than 50% of the kill share. And even game 2 on the Kayn did fairly well, but it just seems like TD is going to be the litmus test for a lot of teams that we aren't too sure of. So far, one team down.
Yeah, really good analysis there. I'll chime in that I've really enjoyed watching Rhymes play support for TD at times over the past year. So they've got a real solid roster there for sure. Next game that we had last week was Glacial Academy against GSG Psy, which ended up being a forfeit, so 2-0 victory for GSG.
Yeah, not too much analysis there.
The victory there.
Hey, GSG Psy is better than GSG Iota solely because they finished their games faster than Iota did.
Yes, they got a faster 2-0.
That's a bold claim. We'll see if it holds true tonight.
Oh, the roster tonight is...
Yeah, we'll get into that.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that later.
We'll get into that.
So our last game from last week, the other Glacial team, Glacial Academy Pink, versus RAR. RAR making their return to GSG IBS. This time, RAR coming home with that 2-0 victory. Can you guys tell us a little bit about what happened in that series and how RAR pulled off the victory?
Freddie, like, I don't know what else to say to that. Ambition 8-2-6 in game 1 on Hecarim, taking over the game, giving Hecarim again 3-1-6. A little less of a pop-off, sure, but you know, when your team each dies once over the course of a game, you ended 11-5. It kind of says a lot.
It looked like they played it like around their comp well, both games.
Yes.
Like they had that MF, and it looked like the MF was probably like the central point with like the Victor mid at the Victor mid in both games, and the MF ADC that worked game 1, they took it to game 2 and continued to play around that combo, and I think that's how they probably took both games.
Yeah, I mean, when I was looking at the match history for those games, I noticed both of them seem to have pretty low kill counts for IBS games. Do you think that's the trend that's going to continue with these teams? Do they just both like to play slowly, or is it one of the two more?
No shot.
It's always a hit or miss. Like people that play longer in IBS, like I think they get a lot better and kills end up becoming a lot lower. But with newer teams and newer players, I think the kill totals tend to be a lot higher.
I mean,
So you think we'll see a lot more action from these teams then?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I also just think of RAR as an org that historically has been perma-fighting, so to see that come through, it's a little odd, to say the least, so I'm expecting that to change going forward. They're probably going to be a little more aggressive.
Fighting in chat, fighting on the rifts. We'll hope to see a lot of that.
I wasn't going to say it.
What's the feedback channel?
Non-existent.
Anyway,
Open a ticket. Thank you.
there we go.
Thanks, Arx.
On to tonight's games. We got a really good lineup. First up, we got Snack Bear Sun Guardians against Facts and Logic, teams that had some bright spots last week. Who do you think is going to be the one to pull out of the 0-for-1 and take home the victory, and why?
I think Facts and Logic will pull out a 2-0 victory. I think solely because we saw Sun Guardians looks like they needed a lot of work based off what we saw week 1 on stream. And from what we can see about from me talking to 2 players from TD Serenity, they said that Facts and Logic is actually a pretty good team, and they think that they are a really hard team to beat. So,
yeah, I mean, I'm actually going to take this the other way. I think Facts and Logic had an easier matchup in week 1 than SNC did. SNC had a good game 2. Game 1, you know, write that off. It was a stomp, sure. But game 2, they looked strong. They looked like they were going toe-to-toe with GSG early on. And I'm interested to see if they're going to bring that kind of game 2 style back tonight. If they do, I think they could take down Facts and Logic. I'm still going to go with the 2-1.
All right. So next game up, we got TD Serenity versus GSG Iota. This is 2 really strong teams, potential championship preview already in week 2. Teams that looked really good week 1. What do you guys' take on this game, and what do you think is going to happen?
Oh man, I think GSG Iota is going to win 2-1. I think it's going to be really close all 3 games. Like, I think both teams are actually pretty good teams, but I think because Iota has played with each other more, I think they're going to be able to play better in the game. And I think despite like both teams' players being good, I think that GSG Ida will win 2-1 versus TD Serenity.
I'm thinking it's tough. I think it's going to be close for sure. I definitely agree with that. My eyes, as much as we're going to draw attention towards the jungle matchup, towards the top half of the map, it's going to be on probably the weaker sides of both teams, I would say. See which one is going to be able to kind of neutralize, stay alive, play some more utility, do something a little more comfortable that fits the team style better. I want to see some not Tarek for Squad Fem, for example. I'm going to keep flaming him for this. I feel a little bad, but he ulted in a 4v1 for no reason when everyone was full HP. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. But we'll see. I think it's going to be, you know, comfort, utility, hyper engage for Squad Fem, and if GSG is able to take fights on their terms, it could very quickly turn in their favor.
As for me, I look at this, I think this is going to be the championship preview for this league. I think Iota is the best team in the league, but I think there's just so much talent on Serenity. They got to take at least a game. So I'm gonna side with the 2-1 Iota. Seems to be the most common pick. And the last non-streamed game, Glacial Academy, the non-pink one. Can we get a color for this team? We just call them Glacial Academy transparent.
So there's Glacial Pink, there's Glacial, and there's also Glacial Valkyrie, which is the plat team. So
and maybe Glacial Academy blue, and then we can have blue and pink.
There we go. Anyway, we got Glacial Academy, non-pink version versus RAR. This is our 1-0-1 versus 1-0 this week. What's you guys' take on this series, and do you think Glacial's going to be able to bounce back? Or...
Well, they were feeling pretty blue last week, not being able to field a roster and having to FF week 1 against GSG.
Yeah.
But I don't know how well Glacial Academy is. I don't know like how their players are going to play. But unless they can field a roster today, you know, I think RAR's going to take it either way, but I think it might be a 2-1. Because I am going to give benefit of the doubt to Glacial because I haven't seen them play.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the scorecards, I think RAR is kind of playing a lot cleaner than we would expect, just under the name RAR. So I'm interested to see if that's going to continue. I think they definitely have that potential. I'm also going to side with RAR for this one, but again, Glacial Academy, we haven't seen them yet. So there's a lot of question marks with what's actually going to come out from this team in their debut tonight.
Amen. And now we've got the big event, tonight's streamed match. Glacial Academy Pink versus GSG Psy. A couple notes going into this. We've got an E-sub for Glacial Pink. Jenny Penny is coming in. I didn't see a position listed, but looking at their OPGG, I believe they are a support. And we've got potentially multiple subs going in for GSG Psy. I'll let Arx explain that in a minute. So let's just go down lane by lane. We'll talk about the expected starters and the way we expect things to go. So starting out top lane, we've got Pac or Pac. I haven't seen the pronunciation sheet.
Yeah, it's Pac. It's Pac. I know that one because he specifically put it's like Tupac in the
yeah. So we'll call him one Pac.
One Pac, yeah.
One Pac versus I believe the Scout 666 for GSG.
It will not be that. It will be Pizza is here. He's going to be playing. I literally glanced over at Discord for a second, and he did confirm he will be playing tonight.
Okay.
So Pizza's here. Going from the starting jungle, he will be playing top tonight.
Yeah. So how do we expect that matchup to go? What do you guys think?
I think Pac is a really he's always been like a middle high tier top laner in every league he's played in. Like he's not like at the top, you know, he's not like, you know, Soul is carrying the entire league, or last season with the Galactic Warriors team, with Kale playing top lane and going 19-0 on freaking whatever that split pusher is I don't like.
York?
Yeah,
not
there's
York.
many split pushers that I don't like.
So, a tactical lady.
Hullbreaker. It's Hullbreaker.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Hullbreaker. Yeah. I can't think of her name for some reason.
It is Alawi.
But,
Illinois, yeah.
Alawi, yeah. But, you know, he's like always up there, and he always seems to compete well with like every top laner that he comes against. So I think I will actually be giving him the edge tonight, because I always have really good praise of him when I watch him play.
Yeah, I mean, I think top lane's going to be all Pac. Realistically, it's a player that I've seen several times just do super, super well. So I'm excited to watch the matchup. There's always some spice that comes out. So my eyes are going to be on this top lane in particular in tonight's matchup regardless. I think a lot of what's going to happen, a lot of who's going to win, who's going to lose is coming from that matchup specifically.
A really great analysis. Let's keep moving down the road, down onto jungle. We've got Tree to be for Glacial Pink and potentially Chubby Chernobyl for jungle, or is that changing as well?
No, that will still be Chubby tonight. I also was going to pronounce that name Tree Taupe and not Tree to be.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm glad you let us know prior to me trying to say his name.
I don't have the pronunciation sheet. I wasn't aware we had one.
Guys, come on. I make these things. Come on.
Wait,
I joined the production team late, okay?
Yeah. Fair enough.
Anyway, back to the analysis. Tree to be versus W Chernobyl in the jungle. What do we
Arx
think?
is dying.
I think Chubby is I watched him play jungle because he role swapped the jungle for ages, and he's actually been like, if you look at the stats, I think he has almost the highest assist amount out of anybody in the league at the jungle position. I think he's a very team-oriented player. I don't think he's going to go out and solo carry, but I do think he does a very good job at getting his team to succeed and get ahead in their respective lanes.
Yeah.
But I also have never seen Tree to be, so like I have to kind of be slightly biased. I'll be giving it to Chubby.
Chubby has looked strong every time I've seen him at support. I think it's one of the players that when prepping for them, you just kind of are scared of what's going to happen in the matchup. So I'm interested to see if that's going to translate into the jungle as well. But Tree to be, you mentioned it. I don't know too much about this player. The same is going to happen when it comes to Squirrel's Nest, Saucy, and I believe Jenny is actually the one that's subbing in tonight. So it's definitely a one of those. It could just randomly pop off because we don't know what the ceiling of this player is realistically.
Yeah, something I'll contribute is I played against Chubby a lot, and even played with him at times. He's someone that's, one of his greatest strengths is shot calling, and that's something that's going to follow him no matter what role he's playing, and it's going to be a real strength and jungle for sure. So, and then keeping on moving, mid Squirrel Nest versus Phantom Hunter. What do we think of these players and this matchup?
I actually know both players. About like a year ago when I played on the IBS team for Burger Flip.
Oh.
He was actually my starting mid laner. He still plays the only same 3-4 champions, Squirrel's Nest. So I think he's a pretty good solid mid laner when he doesn't mental boom. He is. When he mental booms, he turns in probably one of the worst mid laners I've seen play. But that's usually with like most players, like you mental boom and you just don't play.
Yeah.
So and then Phantom Hunter, I think he's like a slightly newer player. He said he's played for a couple seasons, but like the way he like refers to himself as like a newer like competitive player.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
so
I'm interested. Of course, Phantom Hunter. First off, renaming to Thighs Enjoyer earlier today. That's a quality name. I'm excited to see that on a cast. Have fun with that later, Arx.
My top laner last season changed his name to Coochie Captain for playoffs, so I don't want to talk about it.
Oh my lord. But also, the only thing I otherwise know about Phantom Hunter realistically is that we both talked about Osu in general chat for about 30 minutes today. So that's S tier. I'm leaning towards Thighs Enjoyer for today's games. This is what I mean when I got Arx into doing this. It was we just kind of meme Thighs Enjoyer and we're all dying.
Wait, hold up. Let me look at my draft plan real quick. Is it all female champions?
Moving on.
Correct.
Anyway.
Correct. It is.
Maybe you should have. Maybe you should coach the other GSG team and coach only magical girls mid. for really matching usernames.
It would literally be only Star Guardian champions, I feel like.
Wow. All right.
anyway, bot lane. We've got Queen and the E-sub Jenny Penny versus Edie and Star for GSG. What do we think of this matchup?
That one will actually be Scout and Star. So the
Okay.
Scout will be going back to the starting ADC role because Pizza is here.
Okay.
Will be here, I think.
Because the pizza is here.
Yeah, the pizza has arrived. I hope that it's a good pizza, not a bad pizza.
You know, with what we were just talking about, I want to get away from pizza analogies. I'm good. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I haven't seen Star at all. I don't think so.
He played on Galactic Warriors last season.
What name?
He was Stargazer.
Okay, that's what I just didn't recognize the name. Yeah. Okay, so solid player. I'm expecting to see.
Oh, they're using another ESA.
Something. Oh.
Yeah.
Hold
There's
on.
another ESA. I don't know. I just got like 5 messages. Oh, yeah, they're using another ESA. I don't know. Looks like a jungler.
Interesting. We'll have to
Hamtaro.
see how that's gonna come through. I think this bot lane is gonna be super heavily in favor of GSG though. Having seen at the very least how the bot lane for Pink tends to play, it's a lot more sloppy. It's a lot more. I'm trying to think of even how to phrase it. It's just a lot more loose, and I think GSG will be able to capitalize on some oversteps, some mispositions, and it should go in their favor in the bot side.
Yeah. One more note: if Glacial is going to be playing 2 E-subs, as just noted in the Discord, is that Glacial will not have any bans tonight if they play both these E-subs, and so that could really be something to help give GSG Psy the edge in draft.
Quick draft phase. Quick draft phase. Quick draft phase.
That's. I mean, you're not wrong.
I imagine as both coach and caster, that's nice for you.
And streamer. I'm cool with that. Shorter draft all day long.
We can go to break quicker? Yes.
Love that.
So anyway, before we do head to break on our end, what are you guys' final predictions for this series? Glacial Academy Pink versus GSG Psy. What do you think is going to carry the day?
I think that this game, I think the matchup to watch will be the mid lane. Both Phantom Hunter and Squirrel Nest, they actually play very similar mid lane champions as like what they play the most, and it's mostly like Aurelia, Kali, like those kind of champions, and they both play them. So yeah, they're the get some damage off, and I think that whoever wins that mid lane matchup and is able to provide more pressure up on top and bot side will actually get their team to a lead to help win the game.
Interesting. I'm looking at it more in a bot focused sphere. I think top is slightly leaning into the favor of a Glacial. I think it's going to be, more on GSG to kind of play safer, try and play to scale in later, be useful teamfight tanks. Maybe we see an Ornn, something like that. Obviously, I'm not going to have Arcs tell us what's happening in draft, but mid, I think, is fairly even, like you were mentioning. My eyes are going to be on the bot lane. How hard is GSG going to be able to punish it? Is that where we're going to see a lot of this pressure come through from? And if that's the case, I mean, I'm going to rep it. Shoutouts to Decker, wherever it is. GSG 2-0. I'm looking for it.
I almost found GSG merch, Decker.
Well, I mean, I still bought it, but he sent me the link. I couldn't find it.
There's a link?
Yeah, get Decker to send you the link.
What? Oh, you sent me Oh, that's what that... I haven't looked. Oh, it's okay.
Anyway, Arcs, can you give me a game prediction? You think you said GSG. Are you thinking 2-1, 2-0, or what?
I think this roster is mostly newer when it comes to people that I've had play together. Like, a lot of these players to me are newer. Like, I haven't had Chubby on my team. I've never had Phantom on a team. I've never had Scout start on one of my teams. So, I think this roster is going to struggle more in the early seasons than they will in the late. So I do think that they might struggle a little bit here, but I do think they will pull out a 2-1 win.
Awesome. And I'll close this up by I'm going to follow Brendan and go with a 2-0 GSG. I think just the double E-sub is hard for me to overlook for Glacial Academy, both just for, they want to practice together and just no bans whatsoever. GSG Psy will get to just straight up draft whatever comp they want with no bans. And so I'm saying 2-0 GSG Psy. as Sai will finally get to get the rift. And with that, that concludes our pregame shows. We're going to send you guys to a break. Everyone can catch their breath for a few minutes, and then we'll get the main broadcast started with the drafts. Thank you guys for coming out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining Arcs and Brennan. Everyone have a good night.
Long time no see, everybody. It's been like 10 minutes, but welcome to the IBS Week 2 game of Glacial Esports Pink and GSG Psy. But this time I'm not with, MXL and the crew. I'm here with Michael.
Yeah, it's actually been like 10,000 minutes for me, but I'm also back here. And we are right into draft, and of course we only have our GSG bands, so we have Diana and Mordekaiser out already.
Yeah, and they're only using one E-sub, so they do get the one ban in the first phase, and one ban in the second phase. But we're going to see the Ash ban come out from GSG.
Okay. See, I've been seeing more and more Ash support recently.
Genuinely surprised. I wasn't part of the draft lane I sent them, but...
Hey, being a coach, you should know that it all goes... As soon as the timer actually starts, it all goes to hell. You never get what you want. Even if the whole world's your oyster, something's going to go wrong.
Tell me a team that actually listens to the draft plan. And we're going to see GSG first pick the Volibear.
Okay.
Something I believe is flexed between the top and jungle. And we do see then Glacial first pick the Akali, I think, is Squirrel Nest's best champion. And then we do see the Wukong pickup, I think, to possibly maybe flex, I believe. So maybe counter this Volibear pick.
Yeah, I think definitely with the option, they can always put it wherever. They can follow the Volibear wherever it goes. But, I mean, Wukong jungle, obviously, in Pro Leagues, we've seen it be super strong. So, wouldn't be surprised to see it go there. But then, as well, with going with Pro picks, we see a Kalista picked for GSG.
Kalista, I believe, is Scout's best ADC champion. So I am excited to see how he plays it live outside of Water View. And then we see Star's best support, which is going to be the Rakan.
Okay, so yeah. So we're seeing a quite aggressive, I mean, team as a whole from GSG already. Yeah. So interesting to see how Glacial chooses to round out this first phase. Maybe just counterpick support or ADC before their bans. But it'll be interesting to see how they choose to go.
Right. I believe they're going to pick the ADC here. And they picked the Twitch.
Okay.
I didn't know she played Twitch.
Yeah, that's a little bit surprising. I mean, Twitch is especially hard to pull off, but I expect to see some support bans coming out from GSG here, either like a Lulu or a Yumi or something, some sort of enchanter to keep away from that Twitch.
Yeah, definitely. I believe a good ban here would probably be that Renata pick.
Yeah, also Renata's Twitch. Definitely.
But we see the Blitzcrank ban. However, this support is not the starting support and does not play Blitzcrank.
Well, our draft prep, it goes out the window, and it could have been a late E-sub. I actually don't remember when it was. But
yeah, the E-sub, the starting jungler, went to the support role, and then they had an E-sub jungler come in last second.
Yeah.
So their E-sub support wasn't available, so they had their jungler moved down. And we see the Poppy ban come out, and then we see the Garen ban come out into the top lane. So it looks like, everyone's going to get whatever they want here. It looks like they're banning the possibility of that Poppy jungle, which is something I believe Chubby does play.
Mm-hmm. I would like to see
the support, correct? They'll be counterpicking the support here, and then it gives them the blind pick into the top. We see the Taric.
Okay. Protects from some of the engage and still a good support to back up the Twitch. Though I do worry for some of that early game down there.
Yeah, definitely. But it will be really interesting to see how they take advantage of Twitch going invisible and possibly getting that stun off with the Taric.
Yeah, that'll definitely be neat to see if they can actually pull that off. But even with communication, still trying to figure out the optimal time to actually go for that. So then you have to commit into going in on it completely. But then we see the Swain for GSG to the mid lane, surely.
Yeah, I believe it's the mid lane. I don't think no, Star does not play Swain as far as I know.
So yeah, to the mid lane, and then we're going to see either top or jungle, and then we'll actually confirm our suspicions to where this Volibear is going.
Yeah.
But the worlds are oyster, really. Only 2 bans, Poppy and Aurelia banned away, so be interesting to see how they go. And they
or top lane, which is going to confirm that Volibear into the jungle, unless they want to be spicy and put the Ornn in the jungle.
I think that would be
That would be pretty
very
great.
scary. Yeah, I do not want to see that personally, but then interesting to see how Glacial chooses to round out their draft, obviously seeing everything, but GSG, very beefy.
Very. We do see the Lilia, which
Okay.
I believe, if from what I'm looking at here, I believe that might be top lane. I think that is something Pac does play, is a Lilia top lane. So I'm gonna say that is a Wukong jungle.
Really a top lane. I mean, it is right there in the match just 5 hours ago. Ace did lose the game, but
15-3 is still 15-3.
yeah, 15-3-3, good scoreline, and should be very scary for the Ornn. I mean, just being able to run circles around, it's hard. It would be hard to hit that CC on the Ornn, so definitely a lane where you can bully, and does give you some nice AoE for trying to take out the rest of the team comp. But similar. Sorry, go ahead.
With everyone going in, that Lilia ult is going to be really good into these team fights.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, unless they're able to use their 2 invulnerables with both the Ornn W and Volibear ult to try to minimize that.
How to time it correctly. We'll see how well GSG will able to actually time it correctly.
Yeah, I'm not expecting we're going to be seeing it, but what I do worry for Glacial is how the Akali is going to navigate the game.
Now, I am very interested in this mid lane match. Like, now that we have that, now you want to say that about the Akali. How do you think Akali is going to do into this lane?
I think Akali will struggle into the Swain and then struggle going into the rest of the game as well. I think it's going to be hard to actually get onto the one person you can reliably kill in the Kalista and then trying to do anything to the rest of the team. But now, as we hop into our client draft, we also have a little bit of an ad. So as you can see, a little bit of insight from ProComps, which is a first of its kind drafting tool aimed for competitive and solo queue play. ProComps allows the user live feedback and analysis on drafting, giving them recommendations on picks, notes on matchups, and analysis on the enemy team's win cons. These features allow the user to gain an edge on their opponent and to improve their drafting skills. Use code ZGG for 50% off the first 3 months. But then, yeah.
All right. Now, have you used ProComps? Like, have you seen the ProComps, the paid version?
I have not specifically. I haven't been playing all too much League recently.
I haven't either. Like, I've played maybe 4 ranked games in the past week.
Yeah. But as we can see, with some of the information it's giving us, it does very much value the power of that Twitch and the Twitch Tark gives them a lot of threat, and then with Kalista that falls off. So we have obviously Glacial Esports getting the favor later into the game, and it's a lot on Blue to try to just go in. I mean, you have the Kalista, Rakan, Ornn, and Volibear, so you want to get in there, but then Glacial does have some of the tools to try to get through that.
I do enjoy that the only things that it's saying for both teams is that they both are a counter invade comp.
Yeah, I mean, neither of these teams really have that level 1 skill. I mean, if you get a Miracle or Con W, you still don't have that much follow-up. But on the other hand, if you're stacking and the other team for some reason chooses to invade, you can hit that CC, hit that Tark E or the Swain or Rakan W right out of the bush, and you should be able to get a quick kill. But I don't foresee that we're going to be seeing too many level 1 shenanigans this game. Hopefully not.
No. But and unfortunately, we just got confirmed that the Ornn is not going jungle. Darn the bad luck.
Darn.
And that the Lilia is going to be confirmed as the top laner and Wukong being the jungle.
Makes a lot of sense.
And it looks like everyone wants to go TP on the side of GSG for the time being.
Even the Volibear.
No, even the Volibear. I didn't know Doki was playing tonight.
Yeah, no smite jungle, innovative strat. I haven't seen that one for a long time, but we're getting into our ban phase 2. We'll just be seeing more of what we've already seen. But something I do want to bring up is, of course, the Ignite from Ornn, at least the Hubru for now. But that brings me to that they're probably going to be taking the spellbook.
I do agree with that. And another champion that looks like they're going to bring Brennan the Akali. Something that I think is she's going to use to try to punish this Swain whenever she's going to try to go all in.
Yeah.
And we're going to see if that's going to be able to help her or not once Akali hits level 6.
Akali did get some buffs. I mean, it's very small. It was only energy restoration on W, and then I think that was it. It was energy restoration, so I mean, not too much damage. The Ignite will help cut through some of the Swain healing, but
yeah,
still,
it's just her W was the only thing that got offset that. I was pulling up the patch notes because I did, we did get a little bit. Callista's base AD damage did get decreased a little bit from that, only 3 attack damage.
Yeah, I don't think it should be too big a deal, at least for what they were trying to do, but good on the Twitch, I think, to bring the exhaust. If they obviously choose to keep it. I think with a Callista, with people getting thrown on top of you, at least having the option to have an exhaust is very nice, and it could give you the edge in those 1v or 2v2s early in the bot lane. And then of course we see Star,
who doesn't run support. So regardless of the I don't know. But yeah, he doesn't run flash, and so even with Twitch bringing the exhaust and probably looking to exhaust this Blitz when they try to go in early in the laning phase, Rakan's gonna hit him back with one as well.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
And then there's also the Ignite. He could also put on this Twitch, which is gonna kind of stabilize what Tarek's gonna be able to do in that early trade if they try to go all in like that.
Yeah, and I think it's especially dangerous for the Twitch Tarek in the bot lane because it is against a Callista, so hitting that E stun is dubious at best. So they definitely need to be careful, and I mean, you don't want to be fighting early in that lane anyways. From the Queen and Tritobi, I need to see just farm it out, please. You are the win con. Just get to late game. That's what matters.
It'd be big brain if Callista speared the Volibear.
Yes, but then also I'm thinking without Rakan running flash, definitely would benefit from that Callista, just that extra layer of protection.
Yeah, it would be it's kind of like having the TK Senna, but getting this Senna out whenever she's in a bad place.
Yeah, and now we do actually see the Callista swapped over to the to the cleanse, and I thought we were still stuck on that last screen for a while, and I saw Tari summoner spells as a tick to 0, but not actually taking Ignite Teleport, going the flash heal. Makes me feel a lot better.
Why not? Seraphine does it. Why not Tarek? They both have long, great hair. Let them match.
I guess so. That's true. That's true. Yeah.
But unfortunately, we don't see the TP on Volibear either. Mm-mm. Darn.
But looking at these comps holistically, I feel GSG has the good ball team comp to try to get something done in these fights and wants to be forcing them early. I mean, you have some of the late game power with the Swain and Ornn, but you have the abilities with the Callista, so you definitely want to try to go for something. While the other for Glacial, you have the Twitch, you have the Taric, you have your late game insurance policy. You don't really want to do much, but then at the same time, your Kai is going to struggle to perhaps hit through some of these tankier members as it gets later into the game. So it's all about the balance of Glacial picking their fights very carefully.
Yeah, and there's only one way we're going to find that out, and it's when they hit Summoner's Rift, correct?
Exactly.
So we're going to be back when these champions, begin to spawn and they want to run at each other level 1. And, maybe we'll get a nice feisty little invade, maybe not. But we will see you guys after a little break. Hello, and we're back. As we see everyone spawn onto the rift, looks like we might actually get an invade. You know, everyone's all running down the
There
mid
are
lane.
middle things, and like I see them, and I'm
Oh,
mad at them.
oh,
They're gonna spot each other in the mid lane, and then
no.
they're just gonna back up.
Oh, we getting some damage. We got a stud. We got ARAM. Let's go.
Oh, Lanza. Oh,
Woo.
Tree to be barely getting away with 5 HP.
That's
Wow.
what we're talking about. That's the spice we need to start off game one.
And if it wasn't already good enough for the Kalista or Khan down in the bottom lane, they burned the heal from the Twitch Taric early, so that should be quite helpful and should put the pressure on just that bit more.
Yeah. And I now think that you know, GSG's bot lane is probably going to look to cheat. It looks like they might try to cheese this push, maybe, and they might try to go for this early level 1. They know they got the heal out of Taric. They might look to try to punish this even more right off the bat.
Wukong is starting top lane, so Twitch will be walking down in just a bit, unless they opt to go around, take the safer path.
No.
Which, for their sake,
She's
Queen.
not going to.
Queen's not going
She's
to.
going to. Flash. Is she going to flash? No. The exhaust comes out. She does flash away.
And no flash to follow, but that's...
An exhaust and a heal questionably used by the Rakan there. You know, you would expect, you know, the Twitch to flash back over the wall there and get out, but I guess they were trying to hope that she was just caught slacking.
Yeah, just trying to catch slacking for sure, and burning those summer spells is fine. They're short enough cooldowns compared to the flash. You always take that trade at the end of the day, but able to get the early shove, and we're just seeing
A little
mirrored.
bit of a little catch trade there up in the mid lane.
Yeah.
We do see the Wukong already down at the blue buff, looking for a potential, maybe a 3-camp gank into the bot or mid lane.
Yeah, buff to buff. Definitely wants to be here to try to defend this bottom lane a little bit. Definitely needed.
Now we do see the Ornn be pushed back by the Lilia just a little bit. Something that we do expect is Pack having probably the early lead on this lane. And we see the Rakan going with the Q at level 2. Kalista going and getting some autos off for free onto the Taric. Doing a little bit of damage. Them getting away just safely. You know, they're going to have to waste some more pots. And, you know, they keep pushing like this and keep stepping up. But we do see the Wukong coming in the bush. No vision down in the river. The exhaust be used on Rakan.
No flash on
comes
Rakan.
in. Rakan Q's out with no flash, gets the first blood, and you can only assume that Scout's going to die here as well to the...
Do they give the kill to Twitch?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who they're giving the kill to because I saw
They
4
do.
different figures.
They do. They give the kill to Twitch, much needed, and that's the aggression that's punished early. Good early pathing from Hamtaro. Just be able to get that early kill and give your Twitch and Taric a little bit of room to breathe. Even if it's not going to outright win the lane, definitely a step in the right direction, especially after losing the flash level 1 as Twitch.
Yeah, and I am surprised that when they pushed the lane up, they did walk into the river, but the Rakan, it looked like, or the Kalista, I can't tell if that's like a bug and the Rakan has 2 wards, or I think
Yeah, I think 2 vision score.
Yeah,
The other number is
the other number.
oh, Tree to be
Oh, the
barely
tree-
living once again, and now
Wukong.
Hamtaro's here.
The Wukong's back again, looking for more, but Star's not going to survive this maybe? Walking out of the Taric stun, not getting hit, able to walk away, but we see the gank top lane on the Lilia, the Ignite being used, the Flash being used from Lilia, getting away, getting under tower, you know, not one to get hit like Bambi, but you know, it's okay.
Yeah,
All right.
In the bottom lane gank, Tree to be didn't swap the W onto Hamtaro, so the stun was just out of range at the end of it. But still, a lot of pressure being put down there by
Good.
Glacial.
Great there by the Swain onto the Akali. Kalista and Rakan trying to push this wave in and maybe look for a reset. You know, that would be my guess.
Shouldn't have all too much gold. Maybe just push up for some vision deeper into the jungle. Try to prevent another one of these Wukong ganks from working.
Yeah, and we do see the Volibear go up and take the Golem's top side, it looks like, it looks like he did. Volibear going to come down, and it looks like Wukong and Volibear are going to meet each other at the wolves right there. And it
Kali
looks like
has
we're
the
going to
move.
see everyone come in. It looks like they're going to try to go in on this Volibear, but Swain's just sitting in the mid lane, letting Chubby die here. Akali gets the Ignite off and Akali gets to kill him Volibear. But Swain, with no mana, wasn't
Yeah.
able to come up and help from that mid lane position.
Swain had 0 mana, so wasn't able to provide anything there. And now, early kill going into this Akali. That's good base plate to get the start. And even while the lane is kind of rough, still just a little bit below in farm, but that kill will definitely help out.
And Akali flexing a little bit, starting with the Dark Seal. I didn't say that before, but she is already with the 2 stacks, so she's going to be punishing this Swain just a little bit more than your normal Akali would early in the game. And it looks like she has level 6. She misses the E though, so she has no chance of probably wanting to go in there, take a chance under the tower. We back up the top lane where Pac is almost doubling the CS from the Ornn, and it looks like Ornn's going to try to trade in. And
Volibear's on the way. Has Blast Cone over.
Volibear's coming up, and Volibear's going in.
No flash on Lilia, but Lilia has sleep.
She does have level 6. She's going to hit the R here, get the R off, and Ornn tried to time it, but Ornn's going to die here. And Volibear's not going to chase the Lilia. Lilia's going to get the kill, 2v1ing both the Ornn and the Volibear and getting a kill there. So great play by Pac, hitting level 6 before the Ornn and getting the sleep off when you needed it most. And it looks like Glacial's going to pick up the first dragon here.
Yeah,
7 minutes.
Tragedy across the map for GSG. Not only do they lose the kill on the top side, but also have to give up this first dragon. And it's definitely really rough for Chubby in that play because they're down 2 levels on the Lilia.
We're seeing Wuhan coming down again to the bot lane. The tent will not go away. Them noticing the Rakan does not have flash and are trying to take advantage of it as much as they possibly can.
Exactly. But as I was saying, with the Volibear, spending their first gold on Ninja Tabby has no extra power bar a little move speed to take down that Lilia, so can't even push to try to trade 1-for-1. But still up in the area is Chubby, just clearing out a control ward.
And we do see the Ornn miss his ability into the wall to stun this Lilia, but Lilia's going to get some huge trading off here. They do ignite the Lilia, but Lilia's just going to run away. You know, who's going to slow her down? Swain's walking up. Akali's walking up. Are they going to look? Akali hits the E on Ornn, but I'm not sure if Akali's going to kill the Ornn. Swain's going to get the kill back on Lilia, and we're going to have Volibear and Akali walk away from each other. Akali got what she wanted. She's going to leave, continue with her 2 stacks, and another good item I think Akali bought is the Oblivion Orb with Sorcerer Boots early in the game to try to, make this healing from Swain just a little bit less when she tries to trade with him.
Yeah, a lot of value for sure. And now just good play from Squirrel Nest to not only get the kill, but then also catch that wave top lane so it's not crashing under turret and just a lot of gold being lost. And Hamtaro simultaneously catching this wave mid lane, so no farm lost on the play. And Akali able to catch a nice wave right outside of the turret while Swain has to recall. Oh, wait a second. I just saw something that caught my eye and I got whiplash. I just saw Swain's items going for the Imperial Mandate, surely.
Interesting.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. Why are we?
I don't think this is good anymore.
Wait, why are we going Imperial on Swain mid here?
I think it's definitely you can rush the Rylai's, but you want like the demonic Rylai's Leandri's build.
Yeah, you want the Leandri's. Swain's going to be your main AP damage. Yeah, Volibear gives a little bit of mix, but Swain, his damage right now is coming from that Leandri's burn and being able to sustain fights with his ult.
Yeah, your team isn't the team that's going to go in there and one-shot. It's another team's job, but...
And we're going to look like... Pieces here is going to try to keep trading with this Lilia, but Lilia is doing almost twice as much damage. And I'm not sure how long it's going to take before this Ornn realizes that he's not going to win.
Yeah, I mean, it's even hard to just stand
Volibear bot lane, looking to try to gank, getting nothing out of it. Rakan, for some reason, trying to get some vision in the river while Volibear sitting in the bottom bush. trying to make a play. So I think they were trying to hope that the bot lane was going to step too far up there since they could see the Rakan in the river.
Yeah, luckily for GSG, or thankfully, they were able to get the Taric flash, so that's just one less defensive summoner spell that they have. But Taric should be hitting level 6 right soon, so they'll have the Cosmic Radiance to protect. But Rift Herald claimed by Glacial. The other side of the map, just overall, this is kind of going, snowballing for Glacial. Almost 2k up, 1 Dragon, 1 Rift Herald. Definitely a little worrying if you are GSG, because your Kalista hasn't been able to do anything, and Lord knows, so she won't be too much useful forever.
And I will say, though, that the side of Glacial doing a good job trying to play around where this Foley Bear's at. You know, they're not stepping up too far in the lane. They've kept vision down relatively well in the bot side whenever they get to push the lane up a little bit. So they haven't been able to been caught lacking by this Foley Bear when he comes down to the bot side. Now we do see the pieces here trying to do some damage. Lilia's going to hit the R. Wukong coming up, but Lilia doing a lot more damage. Wukong coming in, R-ing the Foley Bear. Foley Bear ulting. Swain coming in, but Wukong's going to pick up a kill here. Swain's going to ult. Looks like Foley Bear's going to die, get the double kill by Wukong.
Swain's going to ult and do no damage.
And Swain's just going to keep continuing to do, doing no, oh, he might get the kill. Wukong, nope, they're just going to get away for free. No flash to try to make, any last attempt grabs. But Imperial Mandate's just not going to get the play. You have Leandry's there, and I'm sure it's a double kill.
Yeah, you'll at this point you just have the Phoenix Codex and the Lost Chapter, but still, you're doing more damage than that. And then thinking about it on a broader scale, with Kalista as the only real other damage dealer already behind, and did I mention a Kalista? Your team does not have the damage, so really relying on that Swain, very worrisome for GSG to try to crawl their way back into this game with that. And now second dragon up, team of Glacial around it, and we might see a contest from Goon Squad, but they already blew some cooldowns in that top play.
Yeah, Foley Bear ult being down, and it's probably the biggest ult they're going to have. Rakan ult ready, Kalista ult ready, but, Akali's 2-0 with 4 stacks on that Darksteel. She's going to kill Foley Bear. Maybe. If she... Okay, Wukong picks up the kill because Akali missed most of her abilities. But, she's going to come back and help Wukong get a double kill on the bot side. And they're for sure confirming this second dragon. And Kalista and Rakan, they might get caught out a little bit here.
No Wukong, they're not in too much danger.
No, not in too much danger.
Glacial should be peeling off, actually taking this dragon this time. But,
yeah.
Yeah, Volibear running top. Shouldn't see any more contests down here, but 2 dragons going over. We'll be able to see what the rift is in about 10 seconds.
But, basing off that pro comp guide we had there at the beginning, GSG was supposed to have the huge early game right there, and they haven't been able to do anything with it.
Yeah, just very good proactive plays from Hamtaro, being able to get around. Now placing this Rift Herald, trying to force it to crash before the 14-minute mark. They should get it in and be able to claim the plates. That's some good defensive plays.
A stun coming on the Kalista. Kalista stepping too far up. Rakan ult coming in, but Wukong getting another kill. Star, I guess Kalista ulting?
Yeah, Star got Kalista ulted, was able to pull themselves out of there, but overall, tragedy strikes. Star needs to be wary.
Star, one little stun and they might try to dive him. Wave's going to push in. They're for sure going to take this tower here.
Yeah, Hamtaro out of mana, so dive might be a little difficult, but take the tower at least. First turret claimed. Twitch is getting strong. Wukong is already insanely strong.
Oh, if you have someone that's going to have all your gold right now, the Wukong, I think, is probably one of the better champions right now to have that gold.
Wukong just overall broken champion, so definitely don't want to see it getting this much gold early. And while there's not really anybody on the side of Goon Squad that can deal with the Wukong.
No, nobody has, any damage at all. We had the Swain with Imperial, who's probably not going to do damage till 3 or 4 items in, I am assuming, unless, he changes the item path, but...
This is either going to be Rylai's or Demonic
Eric
next, but...
flashing after questionably stunning, but the exhaust comes out on the Swain.
Whoa.
They try to get a little bit of poke damage there. Twitch and Terraform
dropped it.
push the wave in. Akali flashing, somehow dodging the Rakan Q in the process, getting the kill on Rakan, and she's most likely going to get the second kill on Kalista, maybe.
Oliver's here.
Nope.
She has to
Yeah,
retreat.
and Wukong's there as well. So, and we see a little bit more trading. Lilia ulting a little late onto pieces here, and it doesn't look like she's going to confirm the kill just yet onto the Ornn. But Swain's going to pull the Twitch under tower and ult, and Twitch is just going to free fire from outside turret range and get a lot of damage in. Volibear coming into the mid lane, just throwing down a little bit of W, trying to send a little bit of a message. But with being almost 6k behind, there's not much of a message to send right now.
Wagging your finger, being like, "Don't you do that again! I promise you, I'm gonna do something one day." Let's treat a bee.
And Rakan ulting within the Taric ult. Good job on the Taric for ulting. Nothing happening with that, but Rakan's gonna go. Not Rakan, but Wukong's gonna go in and ult and get the kill on the Kalista and get a double kill again onto the Rakan. This Wukong has feasted off the bot lane of GSG this game.
Yeah, definitely insanely strong Wukong, and it spread across the map, heading up to claim the second Rift Herald, and it won't be mid turret quite yet. Ornn came down to help defend.
And Ornn coming up, but Wukong just going to get some more damage, and Twitch might almost do enough damage to kill the Ornn.
Swain barely misses the E, and I think
Is that demonic embrace? That looks like Swain.
I think it still can be either demonic or Rylai's, I think.
Yeah. And we do see the side of Glacial taking the second rift, not allowing GSG to get any kind of, money back in their pockets. Akali pushing the lane in bot side, recalling. She picked up the Rift Maker from her last back. In terms of items, we do see the Taric opting for the first item redemption.
Yeah, I don't think any of the you're not super pressed to get any of the mythics right now.
Yeah.
You are the Taric.
And I think redemption is not a bad option here,
not at
because if they by any chance come back losing a team fight, that redemption is going to come back and help them get a lot of that HP. And it looks like Lily is going to 1v2 the. She picks back the kill on Ornn, but they're able to kill the Lily of little tiny bit of hope as GSG picks up a second kill this game, 18 minutes into the game.
Yeah, shutdown going over to the Volibear. Still only armor, no MR to try to help with that Lilia, but able to get that shutdown. A flash from Pa could have secured the double, but at the end of the day, it was GSG coming out on top. And now with the dragon spawning, Volibear backing, this should be third ranked and soul point going over to Glacial. Almost uncontested. Thaya's Enjoyer might be over here.
Thaya Enjoyer, getting a little too close to Akali, enjoying her slightly too much, and is going to pay the price here in a second as Akali is going to pick up her fourth kill and have the completed Dark Seal stack.
Yeah, completed Dark Seal. I mean, just super strong.
Khan overstepping, getting caught by the stun, and giving a kill over to the Twitch. I guess you just keep going. Maybe GSG to come back here. They're gonna have to get a lot of picks, and try to find some kind of mistake that Glacial is going to come up with. But right now, almost a 10k gold lead on the side of Glacial. Baron coming up in a minute. You would have to suspect that Glacial is going to be looking for this Baron as soon as it spawns.
Yeah, definitely have the option to do that, but maybe, they might just opt to struggle or to starve GSG from the side wave, just keep pressuring off, keeping them at their turrets. But maybe not the super fastest Baron, but with this Fed Wukong and Lilia, you should be able to get it done.
Now we do see the Frostfire Gauntlet coming out of Volibear and Ornn this game. I see that item popping up a lot in solo queue recently. I know you haven't played a lot, but do you have any opinions on that item compared to Sunfire right now?
I think Sunfire, I like it a little bit more. Definitely could have seen a chem tank out from Volibear this game. I think it helps with trying to get onto one of the members that needs locked down. I don't think you really need the Glacial, especially if Ornn's also running it, but I mean, going the Deadmans or Force to Nature second will have still some move speed to try to get in, but stun on
Trying to get
Scout.
some poke in here, wasting the flash, giving up the tower. Rakan,
Well, Twitch ult.
yeah, Twitch ult going off. But, you know, Rakan doing a good job not trying to go in this time, safely backing away, learning your lesson after so many attempts.
Yeah, learning a lesson for sure. Group
We might start
recall.
to see second items possibly coming in. Coming out of the Wukong here at the stair grudge.
Wukong gonna be so much harder to kill.
And you
I
know,
mean,
there's no heal cut on the side of GSG quite yet.
I wouldn't say it's the biggest deal for them, but Pac needs to be a little careful. Or not coming down, flash away.
Or not
Missed.
completing its
Anyways.
ult. But Lilia walking over. You know, Callista, you don't want to be next to the Lilia.
Oh, jump
But-
over the wall.
A lot of every ult imaginable used.
No.
And, you know, are they going to actually kill? Lilia's going to get away.
And all the while,
Oh.
it's 3 members on Baron, which coming down to perhaps support.
Lilia
doesn't
getting
matter.
away with the quick feet. Getting away from all of GSG.
A little odd to me that it was the Twitch that went down to support instead of maybe the Akali. Because this Baron is taking a little while, but Twitch will get back up and they'll be able to pick this right up at about 22 minutes. And this should be the beginning of the end for the squad.
And, yeah, and Lilia is gonna maybe pick up a second item here soon. It looks like she will be picking up the Rylai's here as her second item. Which, speaking of Rylai's, Swain picking up as his second item. I do believe Demonic Embrace should have been the better item here.
I doesn't. Yeah, that's okay. Thank you, producer. You read my mind. I was gonna say, Rylai's does have the
Yeah.
synergy with Mandate, so that's good.
I would have liked to see just a little bit of sustained damage coming out of Swain.
Yeah,
You know?
it would have been nice, but at this point, there's only so
Yeah,
much
you're
you can
just-
ask for. You're 10k down in the game. It's a little hard at this point to try to. I mean, not only be playing the top of your game, playing your best itemization and everything, but that they just need to be worrying about next. What can we do differently? We had the draft advantage, and yet we are falling down this behind. What can we do differently? How can we go into the next game better prepared? But with 48 seconds on the Dragon, 3 members pushing mid for Glacial.
Which coming
out.
out, Callista coming in to
Whoa.
try to get some autos off, but the Twitch using its flash, you know, doesn't want to take any chances. You know, trying to push this mid lane in. The whole team of GSG's here. Kali's freely pushing top lane. Lilia's bot side. You know, if you're looking for a fight, now might be the best time.
Yeah, now definitely might be a time to look for. You want to make something happen before this Dragon, or try to get into a position where you can stop the soul.
Rakan stepping up slightly too far. I don't see I think GSG might try to go for this dragon. I think they're going to force themselves to. And
Yeah, you're in a point where you feel like you have to contest, but it's so hard to move in with the Baron minions pushing in mid, trying to 4-man walk over to the Baron, but still bot turret under siege, mid turret under siege. And then if you commit for this, you're going to be sandwiched by the rest of Glacial.
And no, we see the Volibear ult coming in. Tarek ult coming in, not taking any damage. Not taking damage. Wukong ult coming in, doing damage. Oh my gosh. Callista gets a kill on Tarek, but Squirrel's Nest is here, eliminating the Rakan and Volibear. Swain trying to do all the best they can. Wukong getting another kill here. Getting the root onto the Wukong, but not to anything else. Twitch is going to get the kill on Swain, and I believe that's going to be the end of the game. You know, maybe.
Yeah, it definitely spells the end. I mean, you're already struggling to have damage as Goon Squad, and now with an Ocean Soul coming in, this code doesn't even matter at this point. It's just going to be a death timer that's going to be staggered from the rest of the team.
Yeah,
but
the continuous 1v1. of the two top laners. Pack going to get a solo kill here. Oh, I thought Twitch got it.
Yes.
They're
Good
going to go
time
down.
this the other way.
Yeah, they're going to push the bot lane in. Wukong securing the soul for the side of Glacial. 15k gold lead. The chances are extremely, extremely slim here for the side of GSG.
Yeah, I mean, even if you are able to take down a member, like they did last fight, they were able to take.
The Tarek is the
Yeah, they were able to
only
take the
one.
Tarek down, but I mean, that was a 2v4, and it took you forever because it is the Tarek and it is the super fed Wukong. So it's just a really hard play to play into, and now you're gonna have the Akali, Twitch, and Lilia there to start these fights if they do choose to just group down and push, which they should. And I think at this point, instead of thinking about what GSG is misplaying, I think we can start trying to criticize or be critical of Glacial's ability to end the game. They are 15k up, they have soul. And so if they aren't closing this out, they shouldn't really need Baron. They should be able to split their members accordingly around the side of the map, and they should be able to get into the base
Yeah.
and then thereby end the game. But so we need to be watching at how Glacial chooses to set up the map.
Yeah, Chubby here trying to get as much gold as he possibly can. Swain coming down to try to contest the red buff away from the Akali. Looking like he might succeed. Yeah, that was still there. Nobody taking the red buff. But Volibear having the right idea, trying to get as much gold as, whatever slim chances you have left. The whole team just, trying to cover every single person. Every time they get near an enemy, they're just going to, try to, have the buddy system. And then we do see the Twitch invisible here, maybe looking to come in. And then everyone on the side of Glacial, except for Lilia, pushing mid lane, but all of GSG sitting in the jungle.
And a remake from last time, we see a split off GSG, but now they're going to try to collapse 5 members onto 4.
They're going to try to collapse from behind, completely missing the Orn ult. Wukong hitting a 4-man ult. Tarek ult coming in. There's so much stuff happening right now. Akali eliminating the Kalista. Tarek stunning the Wukong, getting the kill. Akali up top, going to get the kill on Swain most likely. We're looking at Lilia coming in, getting the kill on Volibear, and it looks like Orn's going to die here after getting the kill on Twitch a little too late. Akali now confirming the kill on Swain. And I believe now this is going to be GG Game 1.
Yeah, GG Game 1 is impressive showing from Glacial, all things considered. They were able to only have 2 bans and able to come out on top so heavily, and it's just an impressive showcase from all of these members. I might say it's a little bit slow on the execution in terms of actually closing the game, but by the books, pretty clean, and especially considering the, overall rotational strategies of GSG, definitely a good showcase from them, and they're Game 1 over to Glacial.
Yeah, and GSG is going to have to come back in Game 2, and, we're going to see how their mental is going to look after taking a beating that hard in Game 1, especially when they think they could have came in and won the series.
Yeah, it's all about trying to bounce back, especially after such a devastating loss, but hopefully they were able to find some happiness or some fun in that last game. And
Yeah.
you can't just get dejected it's the first game in a series, and there still are potentially 2 more games. So hopefully GSG can keep a good mental and can go into this next game with a little bit more life in them.
Yeah, and when we come back from this little tiny break, we'll be back with Game 2 draft. We're going to see what kind of changes GSG will make and, maybe focus more towards that bot side. They picked a really strong bot side comp, but they didn't put a lot of attention to that bot side.
Yeah.
So, maybe they'll change things up and try to put something down there and give them a lead and see if they can run with it.
For sure.
But we'll see you guys after a short break. We'll be back with Game 2 of GSG Psy and Glacial Academy, Glacial Esports Pink, right here on ZGG. we're back, and draft has already started.
Man, this guy just
That
doesn't
was
tell
quick.
us what's happening. This is what
Yeah.
happens when I'm not in the lobby. But regardless, we see Akali first pick for GSG,
So,
swapping
Fan-
it up from Glacial.
Phantom going, I am the better Akali, and I'm going to show you this second game.
Wait, I don't see a Phantom. Do you mean?
Oh,
mean
Thighs Enjoyer.
Enjoyer?
Thighs Enjoyer.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
He changed his name today, so I got to get used to it.
But then we do see
Eric.
Tarek. That's scary for Akali. Akali, again, assassins don't like jumping into people that make it so you can't do damage. I mean, we saw how it worked last game, even in the lane that's meant to be a little bit weaker. It was able to be just fine, and especially paired up with a Wukong, who is banned away now, but still very strong jungler coming out from Glacial. Excited to see what they pick.
Poppy. Ooh, something that's really like took off recently in the jungle.
Yeah, very good. I think she's super versatile. And I mean, even just against the Akali right now, Akali got 3 dashes. You're going to bop her out of one of them, surely. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4 dashes.
Yeah.
But,
Is it 40?
yeah.
2 ult.
E, alt.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah,
Good math.
nice to see. We'll see where they... Okay,
Oh.
GSG is just like... They didn't ban away the Twitch, and they're like, okay, we can't see this again. We got to do something. We got to swap it up. So they take away the Twitch. They should choose an enchanter here. They should go for like the Lulu or something.
I'm actually surprised GSG is drafting this, considering they picked the Tarek.
Yeah, a little surprising, but I mean, if Twitch holds the ults and waits out the Cosmic Radiance, then definitely can still make an impact in those team fights. But now I do like the Trundle, especially into the Poppy after getting the resistances from the Steadfast Presence, being able to steal those away and just get super tanky yourself. Definitely something good to see, and quite meta.
Yeah. And we're going to see the final pick coming from Glacial here. And it's going to be... Is it Ezreal? It's going to be Tristana? Lucian? It's going to be
So,
the
like,
Lucian.
out of all 3 of those ADCs, didn't want to see any of them.
It got, in my opinion, it got like progressively worse as the list happened.
I haven't seen much of Ezreal recently. I don't exactly know how good he is, but yeah, we could have had like a Sivir, could have had a Jhin, perhaps, maybe a Misfortune, Samira, anything before those ones.
Queen's actually best ADC this season is Samira.
Well, let me pick Samira.
And,
gosh
I'm
darn it.
surprised that Samira wasn't picked, and we're going to see the Katarina ban and the Lilia ban coming. So, the mid laner for the side of Glacial, his top 3 champions is Aurelia, Katarina, and Akali. After that would be like Ahri, and he doesn't play much Ahri.
I think to still see the Aurelia ban, even with Akali picked.
Oh,
but I guess.
Yeah, with Thighs Enjoyer, his best champion is the Aurelia. It's like an 80% win rate right now on his account. So
Okay, check that account for smurfing. What the heck? Just only when they pick Aurelia though, they get somebody else to pick, but that's fine.
Yeah, like Aurelia's like an easy top like champion to play in ranked, and then
Yeah,
you see the Orianna being picked up.
safe pick.
Yeah,
I think it's a little surprising to me how conservative Glacial is picking after how last game went. You'd think, oh, we smashed them so hard, let's have a little bit of an ego and start picking things that are more and more aggressive and could just like 15-minute game, it's over. But now Lux locks in for GSG.
Or I'm curious, I think like maybe like an enchanter like Nami probably would have been a little bit better here than the Lux.
I'm gonna be mad already. I've been mad at this before. It's gonna be a Lux. Wait. Is it?
It's Lux support.
It's Lux support. Yeah. No
And
flash. Lux support, no flash.
Oh no.
We've seen this before, and it's made me equally mad.
Is it going to be TP?
I don't know. Nothing's good enough, man.
We'll find out in like a couple minutes.
We'll figure out. One thing I begrudgingly do like about the Lux support is it's more damage for your team. You do have the Akali Twitch and the Lux this time, so you can try to punch through. But then, I mean, even still looking at the side of Glacial, Tarek, Poppy, and Orianna, now they allow you to bat, and now, who's going to match Alawi on the side?
Absolutely not. Anybody else except for Trundle?
Yeah,
And that's late game Trundle. That's not like early
yeah,
Trundle.
it's gonna be a rough one. And if the top laner of Glacial is able to pull it off, very scary. If Pac, I mean, they had a very good Lilia showcase. They play a good handful of Alawi games too. So definitely just something to be a little wary of if you're GSG. But a little less. Probably can't escape the 1v5.
No.
I mean, won't be escaping it. We'll be instead killing all 5, but like a little bit different circumstances.
Yeah, and I'm really like siding to the side of Glacial with this draft. And I really am saying that because like they drafted 3 champions who are going to do a lot of damage as like a big burst amount of damage. And you have that Taric ult, and if you just waste everything while this Taric ult is active, what's doing damage after that in these team fights?
That's true. And let's take a look at how what pro comps thinks. So obviously it has Sai a little bit behind in the early game, but again with the Twitch Akali, you do have that power in the later game to actually deal out a bunch of damage. I mean, we saw last game, we saw an Akali and Twitch dealing a lot of damage. But on the other hand, for Glacial, you do have Lucian and Alawi, so maybe a little bit harder to navigate these late game fights. And especially if you're trying to get big clumps of your team with the Taric, you're dissuading that a little bit when you have the Alawi, because obviously the enemy's not going to clump into your clump if you have an Alawi. So
yeah,
just going to be interesting to see how Glacial is able to navigate these fights effectively.
Yeah, and I'm really interested to see how much this Poppy ult is going to influence these team fights. You know, when everyone comes in, you know, if this Poppy gets a good ult on the Trundle or the Akali, you know, they have nobody that's going to, like, kill the Lucian, I think, unless Twitch just is able to free fire. But,
yeah,
you know, you don't want Lucian on top of Twitch.
And just adding a bit more to the Poppy strength, being able to block the Shen taunt. Very, very scary, and it's a lot. I feel a lot of the onus in GSG's comp is put onto Scout. They need to pop off on Twitch.
Yeah.
Akali will struggle.
That is true. But I think the pressure is going to still be on the Akali and the Twitch. You know, they're going to pick the champions that popped off last game a little bit, but they're going to try to show them up. And, you know, the only way to do that is by performing.
Yeah, definitely need to step up, especially after last game. You have a large task in front of you to try to show that you're better than has been shown. This is the second game they're actually playing in the league. They were able to pick up a forfeit victory last week. So for their first showcase in the league, definitely not a good showing in Glacial. Yet they're getting 2-0'd last week, right? I mean, fine. Yes, after getting 2-0'd last week, being able to step up in this fashion, really impressive. And Ultimind with a sub.
That is correct. And they also have their starting jungler at the support position.
Yeah, starting jungler at support position and another sub. Definitely big, like a big step for them to be performing so well under those circumstances.
Yeah, and I want to talk about a little bit about this pro comp thing real quick. I did use it a little bit, you know, when it was like announced and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You get to so you have the paid version, and you get to integrate it with the paid version into your draft LOL or pro comp link, and it actually like gives you suggestions in the draft. So like, I haven't seen it actually used, but what it looks like from what I read is that like it'll give you suggestions on what champions do well against certain ones. So like if they draft, for example, Shen, you know, from what it sounds like, it'll give like suggestions on, you know, what does well against Shen, but also what does well with what you've drafted so far.
Pretty neat. Definitely could help some of our teams in this league. But I mean, Glacial seems like they know what they're doing.
Yeah. And one other thing this little neat app does is you can go in, and with the paid version you can like save the comps, but you can like go in and put like a comp in real quick. So like you can pick, I think it's like your top 8 champions at each role, and you can go in and you can filter which play style you like, game style you want, and it'll like give you what it thinks is the best game style with what champions are on that list.
That's super neat. But now
And-
taking a look at these team comps holistically, it's definitely a little bit less aggressive from the side of Glacial. I still expect that they're gonna be sent. I think Hamtaro can definitely pull up some of the same pathing, go red, blue, romp, botking. I think that is dependent on the Queen not actually pushing out the lane and her actually holding some abilities so they can get shoved in again, which I think is possible with the range support advantage for GSG. So, but hopefully GSG is a little bit more conscious of it this time and doesn't fall victim to the same plays.
Yeah, and we do see the flash coming on Lux. Thank goodness.
Wow. But do they know how to use it? If they never run it, like, these are things we have to consider.
He actually does run flash on Nami whenever he plays it.
Oh,
it's like
okay.
his most played enchanter, and he does now as of like this like Aegis split, which started right before ZGG. He has started taking flash.
What? Good.
So, when it comes to enchanters, that's, he's starting to do it. And, I'm happy to see it because he's learning from getting caught out so much.
Mm-hmm.
But I am really interested to see how Lucian's going to be played here. Because, like, I honestly believe that Lucian isn't a great ADC unless you have Nami as support. Like, I cannot see him doing well.
I think the barrier to like good execution is definitely a lot higher without the Nami. But I think the mobility will be a bit helpful, and then the ability to just try to punish the switch earlier in the game. Definitely going to be a big thing to try to do for the Glacial Esports bot lane.
But for the side of GSG to win, they really have to pay attention to this Taric ult this game.
Mhm.
I saw a lot of damage get negated last game because of that ult. And if they don't respect it this game, I think we're going to see similar results in these team fights.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But now, as we concluded our client draft and now in the spectator lane, any last words before we head into a break?
Hopium. As
All
the
right.
coach of GSG, a little
All
bit of
right.
hopium for game 2.
Well, now don't go anywhere, people. Actually, you can go somewhere, go get a snack, go to get a drink, go to the bathroom, but then be right back here in a couple minutes as we hop into game 2 of GSG side versus Glacial Esports.
Let's go. Okay, we're back here in the Summer's Rift, starting game 2, and I was waiting to see where they were pathing first before I said anything.
Less shenanigans.
Oh, they're going to have some shenanigans. They're going to look for the counter invade. Maybe.
Oh no, they're trying to cheese the Shen.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Some Shens like to get a good sword position so they can get the first drag for the empowered strike through.
Oh, we're
And now
having
we're
an
seeing
invade.
the invade.
And
Spotted.
Shen is going to get first blooded by the Orianna. Oh my goodness, that is honestly not what Akali wanted to see.
No, not at all. And now we see the Orianna backing,
Get them
picks up the
teeth.
tier off the start.
How do you feel about Seraph's Embrace? As it,
I
like,
think
as
it's-
an item.
I don't think it's as strong as it has been, I guess. And I think that some champions can just go the tier. They don't really need to complete into Seraphs. The mana's nice. And I could have even see just a Dark Seal pick up here from Orianna. But tier, good enough. It's good for them. It will help them survive the lane, especially with the corrupting pot being able to have that much mana, have that much sustain, and be able to just try to shove in this Akali. And also Akali started the E level one, which
It's quite interesting.
yeah.
And I don't think she's gonna be able to lane here for a little bit.
Ori
She's already-
took so much minion damage there, by the way.
Yeah, she did. But Akali using one of her pots. And, oh, okay. That's why you start E level 1. All
Yeah,
right.
If you land it, it does a lot of damage. But now we see Poppy spotted on the move into the enemy blue buff. Spotted out. Trundle headed over now. Will we see backup from either solo laner of GSG to try to defend this blue?
We're not going to see... Oh, Shen moving down. You see a little stun there from both sides. Power shots. Nothing crazy.
Blue still not taken, and Spectate Client doesn't actually want to show us. There you go. Claimed by Poppy, smited away. And that's a buff gone. And now, argue the advantage in a different way. Not an early bot gank this time, but Hamtaro already coming out ahead.
Yeah, which isn't looking good for the Trundle. Maybe he should have counter invaded and went to the other blue side. But, that might have not been a good choice either because, the bot lane's pushed up all the way. And we're going to see the Poppy coming for the gank. Good flash by the Akali. Getting out before she would have died.
Flash got back into the Shroud. Wasn't able to actually get the root as the Poppy, but Poppy not too concerned about giving up the flash. Has the Hex Flash available.
No. I just saw how much damage this poor Shen took top lane after Alawi hit her E.
Yeah, Alawi's disgusting. I hate that champion.
Nothing hurts more than getting hit by that E in the early levels.
And nothing hurts more than getting hit by the late levels. That should not scale. It should not scale the damage amp. No, I don't care. That ability should not get to 80% damage conversion. You should not be able to kill somebody through that spirit.
Is she going to hit another one? Maybe?
Right here.
Oh.
Misses it. It's unable to sidestep. Pizza being able to conserve some health by just dodging it. But Chubby still up in farm, actually. Poppy a little bit slow on the clear.
Did they get both scuttles?
Whoa. Okay.
And
Which flash?
star flashing? The heal coming out on... Oh, that was exhaust. Coming out on Lucian?
Good return damage from
Yeah.
Scout. Very aggressive down in the bot lane. And we'll see if Poppy actually makes the way. Warded out by Star. Flash in.
And the done by the Taric. Confirming the kill for the Lucian. The Queen getting the early lead once again in the bot lane.
Yeah, they were able to pick up that early kill. Both flashes, or flash coming out from Tree to B, but both flashes burnt on the side of GSG.
We see Chubby going down bot lane, almost hitting the pillar. Is he going to actually be able to jump on the solution here? And
still had the flash, and
Yeah.
Shirley had a dash, so able to walk out there.
Tarek just using the flash as well to get the stun onto Lucian.
Yep.
Not Lucian, but
Twitch.
Twitch.
Yep.
The
Able
other
to pick
side
up the
is
kill.
They're not on the same team this side.
Exactly. A little bit less protection for the Switch, so definitely needs to be a little wary, but
We do,
we'll
do see the Star Guardian Akali being rocked out there in the mid
yeah.
lane. How do you feel about the Star Guardian event? You know?
I mean, from a technical perspective, a little bit of a letdown, but I do like that I didn't play that much, so I wasn't gonna get all the emotes, but
You are now.
I got them anyways because the event broke. So I guess a little personal win, but regardless, Pac probably gonna have to back right here because completely out of mana. But also 3 times the farm of the Shen, so
Oh, we are getting some tower shot. I thought that was a second tower shot hitting the Laui. I was like, that might be a turning trade.
yeah, Pac
And
feeling better in their decision to actually just leave after that trade.
And Shen hitting level 6. Do you see the Poppy here? After they destroy this minion, I won't believe that the Poppy is going to move to the second bush here in a second. Possibly.
Or sure should be able to sneak up.
She's going to sneak up here. Lux trying to fight this ward. You know, keep it safe. You know, Poppy's just going to change her mind, head out.
A little bit harder for Glacial to actually pick up these early dragons with the Poppy instead of a Wukong. We'll see if they go for it. Trundle spotted in the river as Queen is fighting for vision.
Oh,
Nared.
and Twitch is going to throw his W slightly late, but I do want to say that the Trundle's doing a lot better. GSG's jungler doing a lot better this time in terms of farming.
GSG all together while Orianna Squirrel's Nest on a little bit of a flank, not in vision yet. Walking to it now. We'll see how this actually plays out.
They are a little too bundled here. You know, they might want to spread out. Be wary of this Orianna ult. You know, Tarek walk up or Poppy walk up here with the ball, and you know that's a huge ult waiting to happen. But yeah, Trundle's coming in. Kali getting the kill on Poppy. Trundle getting the kill on Tarek, and they're going to turn around, get the kill onto Orianna as well, and they're going to get the first dragon completely already 100 times better than game 1.
Yeah, I think maybe matching as many kills as they got in game 1.
Yeah.
But starting off super strong. I mean, a little bit down in gold just by virtue of the farm in the top lane. But first dragon secured, 3 kills uncontested going over to the side of GSG. And Shen's able to teleport right back up and catch this wave.
Yeah, you could see the Shen get down there and help out a little bit. Honestly, probably the turning point of that entire fight was that Shen ult.
Yeah, Shen ult enabling the Akali to actually go in and make a mess of things. Definitely helping out. And Tarek, Lucian, and Poppy all too low level. Couldn't really do much. And it's pre-14 minutes, so even if Alawi wanted to TP in, would have had to go to a turret.
Oh yeah, speaking of TPs, that's the biggest change, one of the biggest changes for next patch, isn't it? They're increasing the TP time, no?
I think... I haven't looked at the PBE changes, but that was in a patch, and then they removed it, because they're going to look at it more.
Oh, they removed it? That's the last thing I saw was they were going to increase it more.
I think they removed it just because of how bad top lane already feels in, like, just solo queue compared to pro play, but let's see what actually happens once the patch notes get officially published. But for the while, GSG not in a bad position. Still have to be wary of this Alawi.
And we see the mid laner building, you know, towards a correct item this time.
Yeah, able to do damage. Novel concept.
Something they lacked game 1, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, it looks like they're either fighting for the rift or fighting for the ward. We'll find out here in a second.
ADC's both bots. Tarek still not up. Hawk taking a lot of damage already. Thighs Enjoyer has the ultimate.
And Shen's behind. You know, Shen's not in this fight yet, so they're pushing the side of Glacial away without even Shen being there at the moment. And they're going to pick up the Rift.
Able to muscle Glacial off of the Rift Herald and hopefully pick it up without it having to reset. Though it's wearing patience is wearing a little thin. It happens.
I did want to say a good job to Star this time around. Roaming up towards that objective to help confirm it. It's something that I personally know Star for, but something that he tends to lack on is his roam timers. And, you know, it's nice to see him actually, like, make an impact with a roam. Oh.
Be here. E burned. Not able to actually force a stun or anything more out. And Rift Herald just now falling.
Just now.
For the side of Goon Squad. It was
Just
about
now
to check
going
in,
down.
but it took a while. But it got down. They got it. Another thing going over. A lot of time spent up here by Star. So they might be able to turn this right into a mid game.
They pillar the Oriana.
More to come out.
Not much damage.
But plates going over in the bottom lane to the side of Glacial. Lucian's getting quite strong. 27 farm up. Has that plate under the belt now.
Yeah, Glacial does have a 1k gold lead, and that is mostly from CS.
Yeah.
And Trundle's going to go in, knowing that Shen has ult. This is it? Ooh. Oh, Shen's right there. But, like, you know.
Yeah, Shen was close. I have to ult.
Ooh.
Out.
Twitch ult. Switch ult coming out, and the Taric ult coming out. Lucian ult coming out now. Exhaust coming out on the Lucian. But great stun by the Lux, helping get that kill on Lucian. And Twitch is probably going to look to trade a little bit more here. Trying to scare the Taric away. And it looks like they're going to want to push the spot lane in. Now we see Poppy coming up into the mid lane, flashing, hitting the stun. Beautiful job by the Poppy. Flash stunning the Akali into the wall, and Oriana picking up the kill with her Q.
That had to have been like a max range stun. I did not think that was going to hit, but good play from the Poppy, able to pick up a kill. Just burning the flash. You have Hex Flash, might as well keep burning the flash, but
yeah,
still
might as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we do see
no ult this time.
No, nothing yet.
Yeah, Chubby just helping out, killing some tentacles, making Pizza's life a little bit easier.
Trying to get some farm back on the side of top lane. Now, giving some payback for the Shen ulting bot and helping out a little bit.
Exactly. 20 seconds left on the dragon. Taro already here, clearing out some vision.
Yeah, Glacial doing a really good job, you know, clearing out the vision before this dragon spawns. And making it to where GSG's gonna have to walk in blind.
GSG will have to walk in blind. But as the mid laners make their way over, neither mid laner has summoner spells. Ults are on cooldown, but coming up close as we see Pac taking so much damage, all just for a plate.
Hold on. Is this a kill for top lane? Shen killing the Alawi off a mistake by the Alawi by somehow hitting Shen.
Pac just hit Shen because of the taunt. Good taunt under the turret after a insane greed by the Alawi, and now
she's turning on. Wait, and Shen has ult. Shen ulted the Trundle. Shen's in the fight, and now GSG's getting the kill on everyone. Nobody's falling.
This is a completely different GSG than we saw last game, making these plays, making these drag fights hard, and now Glacial falling behind with the Lucian. Still have some late game insurance with the Taric, with the Oriana, but definitely gonna be hard to navigate these fights, especially with the Fed Akali and Twitch.
We do see the Hexset gate spawn. Do you still happen to struggle with these Hexset gates when it comes to getting around the map?
The only problem I struggle with is when I walk up and then, like, for some reason I don't go in it when I initially click on it, whatever. But then my character's like underneath the gate, so I have to step away and then come back. That's my biggest struggle.
Yeah, I still struggle with them being there, and I'll always walk past them as I'm going to the red buff. And I'm like, I'll get to the red buff and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I could have just done that and saved like 5-10 seconds.
I want to see, I haven't seen anything on it, but I want to see how much quicker it is. Especially with home guard is the most important thing. But Squirrel Nest
coming in, getting a little bit of damage. Poppy wasting her ult.
Poppy using ult, dissuading further play, but definitely good overall. Good aggression from Trundle, good response from Poppy just to be there, but is down the ult now. But the Queen Tree to be need to be a little careful. Twitch is here.
Twitch missing the W onto the Lucian. kind of unfortunate. And Star hitting another stun on... Star's going off.
I have such a problem with Lucian. Like, I don't like playing him, even though I play a lot of ADC. I don't really enjoy him. I just never feel like I'm actually doing damage as him.
Oh.
Be it with the ult, be it with like the slinging autos. Something just feels off, and in this game we're seeing Twitch not even having the completed mythic, but still already pumping out pretty good damage, and the Queen just has to be scared, and this is one of the points where the Lucian is meant to be strong.
You know, and we did miss the top tower going down, first tower going to the side of Glacial. By the Alawi, just taking advantage of the Shen. And now we do also see the Twitch building towards either Gale Force or Kraken here instead of, you know, the Bork's first item.
Yeah, I think you're definitely okay to go. I think it should be the Kraken first item.
Yeah.
And I think it's definitely fine to go for the mythic first, especially with just the Noon Quiver feeling so nice to build as ADC early.
Oh,
but
and
Flash.
See the Flash, everything going in. Orianna using her ult to help her get to safety. And Lucian going in to stand still. And then almost dying. And Trundle ulting the possibly almost try to keep the Lucian alive. And which it does. Goodness. And we now have no ults on the side of Glacial. And I believe Dragon might be coming up in the next couple minutes. Possibly? Trying to remember how long ago Dragon was killed.
I'm sorry, I don't know what in the world I was just hearing. I thought I was hearing the longest thunder strike. Somebody must have been dragging something in my house. I was so confused for a second, but yeah,
Bro.
Dragon spawning in 90 seconds.
That's
Very
my
good
hopium
map
speaking
state
too high.
for GSG.
That's my hopium for GSG this game. That's what you heard.
I mean, it's paying off.
Yeah, and we do see the Shen taking the Gronk away from Alawi. And we do see 3 mid with the second rift coming down. Looking like they're going to confirm the first, the mid tower here.
Yeah,
on the
their
side.
second turret of the game.
Yeah, and GSG did pick up the bot tier 1 tower. So a complete 180 flip, you know, GSG having the early bot lane advantage, something they really needed last game. So, you know, we'll see how the side of Glacial does respond to this. That being Tarek, and seeing how well his ults are going to be in this upcoming dragon fight in the next minute. But you see them fighting pack top lane, and we're going to see how much these pillars do here for a second.
Oh my god.
Oh my
The Trundle's just
God.
going insane.
And the ult went back on Trundle. And the taunt and the kill. Great job on the side of GSG. They're getting the kill on Pac.
Yeah, Hawk not able to do enough damage in the AoE. Trundle just got too tanky with the ult, with the Shen shield. Able to take full advantage of the challenging smite and the lethal tempo. But
We see
Orianna
Orianna being caught out a little bit. You know? Oh, the nice flash by Orianna. Oh, now we see the turn by the
good ult.
Beautiful ability. Oh my goodness. A colleague going down here. Most likely. Yeah. Getting the double kill on Lucian. Beautiful job from Poppy and Orianna.
very good play for them, and now they're able to pick up this drag, stop the drag stacking of GSG, and stop the free fall. They are able to find their footing a little bit. They're able to get a couple kills uncontested, get a dragon for themselves, and now just need they're back in this game. I mean, the gold was already close. It was basically dead even before those kills, just by virtue of the farm advantage. Almost 80 or over 80 for the top lane for Pac, and then 35 in the mid lane, 15 in the bot. So like very good farming for Glacial, able to keep them afloat in gold this game.
Looks like we see the Divine Thunder on the Trundle. I'm trying to go down the items. We do have Chemtech on the Poppy. And usually,
Makes a lot of sense.
yeah. Is that
What doesn't-
her usual thing now, or is it still Divine? Is it Divine Thunder?
I think they need more tank this game than anything.
Yeah.
I think it's completely fine. But what I don't so much agree with is the tier purchase. Ooh, early ult channel. Completely whiffed by
Poppy.
Kentaro.
Them knowing Poppy's there and still going on. Oh my gosh.
A little bit of
That damage.
a little bit of discoordination though with the EOA from the Poppy as Alawi's ulting, but regardless, a lot of damage coming out from this Alawi still.
Yeah, we're going to see. Yeah. Nothing too crazy, just everyone's stalling out. No early Barons looks like this game. But we're going to see a lot of the we're going to see Pack here in a second. Flame Horizon to Shen though.
Maybe not.
But,
if they die,
but it looks like Pack is going to die because Pack didn't have ult.
This feels like my Alawi experiences. I always do well in lane, like get a lot of farm, bully my lane around. But as soon as it comes to like the time where I'm hitting multiple people, I just die. I'm not doing enough damage to kill them. These members are too tanky. But now, Scout ripping the ult all for no reason. Just people taking a stroll down mid lane and just letting it rip.
Yeah, I guess he just wanted to send a message.
Yeah, message sent.
I'm a little terrified by this Alawi right now. She did build a Hull Breaker. And I feel bad for whoever's going to match her here in a second.
Well, yeah, this Alawi's about to pick up 5 more deaths before the game's over, but Trundle's stunned up.
Trundle just chasing this Taric. Just going for it. Akali coming up. Shen ulting in. Twitch and Lux walking away. But great job by Poppy there. Getting some safe space there. We're going to see a little bit of damage come out by Lux, but, end of that little fight there. How many ults? We saw the Taric ult go, we see the Lucian ult and the Poppy ult go.
We saw basically every ult on the side of Goon Squad for the Poppy, Lucian, and Taric. Oriana's still holding on to the Shockwave.
Oh?
Might use it soon if Pizza gets too much more aggressive.
Oh?
Dash, dodge.
I thought Lux was about to get a double.
Yeah, Queen and Squirrel surviving. It should be taking it back right soon to get back on the map for this dragon. Ocean Dragon coming up 75 seconds out, and we're starting to see some recalls, and we should see a big fight. But the problem is, if Glacial opt to contest and the full force of GSG responds, then they're going to be at the disadvantage, because even if Shen's not there, they have the teleport. They don't have the ult up just yet. And while Alawi does have the teleport, they really don't want to teleport away having the Hull Breaker. They'd rather just stay in this lane. They don't want to be joining their team on these fights.
And I think on the side of Glacial, I think their best option here for this next dragon, I think they look the fight, and if it doesn't look like they can win it, they back off and try to stall as much as they can for this Alawi. Because I don't think this Alawi would want to TP in, but I think she can take this tier 2 tower if they stall it out enough. Poppy using the Chemtech there, but not finding anything.
Multiple coming down. Bat in the top lane.
Wait, do you see Pac fighting in the top lane? Maybe to try to keep this Shen from trying to TP into this fight that's going to happen here in a second in the bot lane, as they're hovering for this dragon coming up. We see Lucian on the flank, on the top side of the river.
Glacial forfeited position on the dragon. Goon Squad here, clearing out the vision.
Oh,
It's treat to be going on the licky. It's
And
hysterical.
they're just
Behind.
they're giving up the dragon, but they know they can take these towers. They have a wave and a half crashing mid, and they have Pac completely taking the top tower. Shen's gonna die if he can't get away.
This is really the best case scenario for
Yeah, and
Glacial.
GSG didn't even take dragon. And the Poppy ult somehow hitting the the Trundle.
But it didn't hit the Akali, so now Akali's still here to rip through this.
Oh,
The rest of Glacial. Stream to
Scout.
be falling.
And Scout getting another kill, and the Akali as well. But, you know, we saw the tier 1 bot tower, the tier 2 mid, and the tier 2 top tower all go down for nothing, for 2 kills, as GSG's finally now getting this dragon.
Yeah, finally getting the dragon, but 2 towers going down. Maybe not. You definitely don't want to be giving up this 3rd dragon, but ultimately not the worst results for Glacial.
When is the time that you're going to have Shen stop trying to match this Alawi and possibly have this fed Trundle do it?
See how these teams continue to do, but I mean, that's really what Alawi wants to do, just stay on the side of the map. You see it podcasts the TP, that's going to be used to get to the side lane, probably never going to be used to join the fight, and I wouldn't be surprised if they picked up a couple more deaths. They're just going to be, they just need to keep the pressure in the side lane. That's all that matters.
That's very correct. And we do see the Lucian picking up Collector as their 2nd item. I think Collector is, in my opinion, one of the worst ADC items if you're not giving it to Kaisa.
I mean, Kaisa doesn't even need it. You just go Kraken Slayer PD. You got your 2 augments, and then you go like LDRIE or something. You don't need it at that point. But especially facing down a Shen Trundle, these guys have a lot of armor, and you're already not doing too much damage on Lucian. And now it looks like you picked up an Executioner.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Chubby.
no! But the ult on the Twitch doing a lot of damage. You know, despite the Trundle going down, I don't know if they're going to be able to really do Baron. Oh. But
They're so low. Twitch is still here.
Twitch is going in too far. Twitch
dies.
Twitch dies. Then that's giving Glacial to get Baron for free. Twitch over greedy to pick up the Taric. But they're not going to try to get the Baron here. They're all going to reset with the half HP. Lucian's going to go back to mid lane. But Pax picking up the tier 2 bot tower. Doubling Shen's CS, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, this is an insanely farmed up Alawi, and all that Glacial needs to do is take these fights for these objectives, posture around them for ages. Just take as much time as possible, and Alawi will make it happen on the side lane.
Like, there's no answer for this Alawi. Like, GSG, I think, at this point in the game, has no answer. I don't think at this point Trundle's going to be even able to match. And I think we watched the Akali and Shen just try to fight her, and they did nothing.
No, it is very, very rough, but we'll see. Scout looking here, as Chubby is still up against the wall again. Shouldn't be taken down. Ult coming out very, very tanky now.
Oh, by Orianna being used just on Trundle there as well. Oh, but this Twitch is free firing with Hurricane. And he's doing a lot of damage. Akali getting the double kill, but Pac is bound bot lane, taking inhib tower, and he's going to take at least inhib here.
Yeah, but
GSG can't take Baron unless Shen and Twitch can kill this Alawi.
I think they're just going to opt for mid lane turrets at the end of the day, but Orianna's still there to try and clear. Hawk smacking away on the Shen. Twitch is here now to try to put out some damage. Inhibitor going down at the end of the day.
Some great Twitch damage.
Yeah, but yeah, in the last fight when Twitch had the opportunity to free fire, it was straight into a Cosmic Radiance, so not doing damage for the longest time. But then at the end of the day, it still didn't matter because a Gap doesn't have much damage. Glacial does not have much damage. A solution not pumping enough out, and Orianna, as you said, had to just blow an early ult.
Yeah, I even though the Shen's getting completely gapped in the top lane, he is doing a very good job of creating like moments to help his team win fights across the map. They have a losing matchup in the top lane, and I have no way to say that this Alawi is going to go either top or bot. And it looks like they're all going to posture around this Baron. You know, Dragon's coming up. You know,
This is Soul.
Akali, yeah, and they're going to
They're
start
hitting.
Baron. And
Wait, there's no vision, no
Yeah.
pins.
yeah, Twitch is bot lane. Glacial's getting Baron for free.
Glacial's getting a Baron completely for free. Maybe Lex throws an ult, but it's not gonna take it. There's a Baron down for
And-
Glacial.
And wow, and they're going to come straight to Dragon.
Yeah, they're gonna take the recall, head over to Dragon.
And they're going to try to burst it down, but I don't think they're going to get it.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
only Lucian is close. Lucian joining up with the rest of the team. Uh-oh, no, never mind. They're still walking that way away from the rest of their team.
Poppy missing
Misses
the ult,
all.
but
Uh-oh, Lucian.
Trundle dying immediately. Twitch,
Oh my God.
look at that damage. Whoa, Twitch, what are you doing?
Twitch died to Lucian?
Twitch
In what
wasn't a-
world?
Twitch wasn't attacking Lucian. Twitch was attacking the Dragon.
No. Twitch dies to the Lucian, but it doesn't matter. Still 2 members able to survive.
But
Alawi
Alawi Dragon, Alawi's going to end the game.
Alawi will not quite end the game. Should be
not
able to
quite.
pick up a second inhib. It has the
You
Baron,
sure?
so like,
You sure?
nah, they'll be able to defend. They'll both back right here. Okay, Shen TPs for some reason, but
But
they're both back
there's
here.
timers for 10 seconds. You know, it's just Shen and
They-
Lux.
They can pressure this, but I think at the end of the day, Alawi is still gonna have to back up
You know, yeah,
and hopefully not give away another kill.
yeah.
Okay.
You know, I was
backs
gonna
up.
say, like, that was I saw the bot wave coming in too, and I was like, you know, if this Alawi was a Chad and just flashed on top of Lux.
Yeah, that maybe in that case, but definitely still the safer play. But now a little bit harder for the Solari to play. They're gonna have to be pushing in a lane that the inhib is already dead. So trying to find value there, and also there's not going to be another objective up for 5+ minutes. So now you're just staring down a Goon Squad with the Hextech Soul. Very, very strong. I mean, this Twitch, this Akali, and as we saw last fight, if you're not hitting the Tyrek like almost preemptively, like if you're hitting it late at all, you're going to get shredded.
Yeah, and that Twitch was able to start firing after the Terracle expired, and we just watched everyone's HP bar just disappear. Holy cow. But this Alawi, Alawi's still with the Baron buff, you know. I believe just for a little bit longer. And, you know, I want to see what Trundle's going to try to do here. And just fly back with TSM, I guess. I don't know. But Poppy getting the stun on the wall and picking off the Trundle. And to be fair, Trundle is the only way they can kill Alawi here. And Alawi's just going to come in and push this bot wave in. What is she going to do?
It's gonna escort these supers in, and it's gonna force Goon Squad into a choice. Now it's supers in top lane as well. Twitch opening up. Had to back up. Had to flash away.
Oh, we're going to see Akali take a chance. Not really a good one, but do the rest. Alawi did waste the ult, though. So, you know...
Team coming to help, though. Cosmic Radiance down. Smacking the vessel.
But for the good side of GSG, they were able to slow down this push and not give up the tower in the mid lane while
Lucian-
Alawi came in bot.
Lucian came and walked over instead of just hitting the mid lane turret. But the bot inhib is respawning now. Uh-oh. This is not good for Gap.
No! Akali getting 1 kill, Trundle and Twitch getting 2 others. All that's left is Orianna. Flash onto the Orianna. Kill with another kill on with Akali on the Orianna. And they're just going to kill this.
There, no ult just yet.
Akali walking away.
It's ult now!
Oh my gosh! The ult keeping Alawi alive just a little longer. Killing the Trundle. But an ace by the side of GSG, only losing 1 member there.
Ace for GSG, but the reward is basically only the kills. They're trying to push up this mid lane. Maybe they pick up the inner turret, but not much on the map for them to get.
What?
90 seconds on the Baron. It's set up there, but
This on the side of Glacial, the issue with Glacial right now is Alawi has all your gold. Like, if you're gonna like think about how much gold each player has,
yeah, can we
Alawi's
get
gonna
the gold up right now? Observer?
maybe,
Maybe not, but
maybe
yes,
not.
you were right, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the Alawi has most of the gold. So if Alawi can't end this game right now, GSG is gonna win. I believe they will win the next team fight.
Yeah.
And GSG's doing a really good job pushing out that bot wave, backing this, trying to slow down any push in that bot side. And you see the Alawi showing up there. And then they're going to push out this top side as well. Baron's going to come up in a couple seconds, but, Alawi, I don't think is close enough to make a, definitive push if they look to try to fight right here for this Baron.
Well, they need to be very wary. This might be the fight where Alawi actually has to teleport in, so it's all about keeping vision. You can see there's vision in the middle of blue side's blue quadrant.
Lucian,
He's done early.
about getting stunned. Twitch opening up fire. Getting the kill on Tarek. We just see Lucian hitting the R, Oriana hitting the R as well. Getting a bunch of damage off, but that was exactly what GSG needed. They killed the Tarek. There's no Tarek ult in this next team fight. Oh, if they're going to do Baron, they have to do it now. Because Alawi's shoving bot lane as we speak.
Yeah, they're hitting now, and it doesn't look like Glacial is gonna step up at all. This Baron shredding down. They could try to get position onto the Elder, but now with the Baron up Boon Squad, it's gonna be difficult to pull off. Actually, with Bags coming out, they should still be able to get into position for this Elder, but
yeah. And
Glacial's not gonna make it easy.
And they're going to push top and bot here, push these lanes out, but Glacial will have the chance of starting. They should have the chance of starting this Elder because, you have this mid lane and you have this bot wave, which isn't pushed out all the way. But Alawi's going to be here for this fight.
Yeah, well, this is the game decider right here.
This is the 5v5 fight that decides the game. Baron buff GSG versus the side. All ults are up. Everything's ready to go. Who's going to win this? Shen going in. We get the root.
Out of vision.
Twitch shooting free fire. Twitch getting the free fire off. Looking at all that damage. Gets the stun by the Poppy.
Poppy!
Twitch dying.
Twitch and Akali dead!
Twitch and Akali dead. But Trundle's going in. Trundle's eating.
No damage!
Trundle's eating.
It doesn't matter if Twitch and Akali are dead. The Lucian, the Alawi, the Oriana could not pump out enough damage. 3 kills for the side of...
What?
Or 4 kills on the side of Glacial, but now it doesn't even look like they care about the Elder. They have the Baron. They're just going to try to push.
Yeah.
They have 18 seconds on the Tarek, 25 plus on the rest.
And Lucian isn't an issue. Lucian's not going to do damage.
Lucian does not do damage to champions. It's even gonna be
They
even
have
harder
to
to
make it
kill the
half.
Baron minions.
I mean, GSG is going to end.
Yeah, GSG should be ending right here.
God,
Tarek's here. They're gonna try to stop and stall, but no, Lucian's too far back. This is
attack
game
the Nexus.
two.
Attack the Nexus.
They'll
GSG
get-
attacking the Nexus, taking game 2 in stylish fashion.
I might be bite my tongue for stylish, but they take game 2. 30 kills to 14. Glacial was holding their own for most of that game when really they shouldn't have had any standing.
A little bit of a hangry Trundle right there.
Yeah.
But great job by GSG coming back game 2, showing that they have some fight in them and that they're not ready to quit and they want to win this series.
Exactly.
So we're going to be back. Do you have any words before we go to break?
No, it's just a little awestruck.
Yeah. I want to come back after a little break. We're going to come back, get ready for game 3, get ready for the final game of the night, and see who's going to take home the dub on the record books for the series. Welcome back, everyone. We're here
Sure.
for the Game 3 draft. You
We're
know,
in a little bit sooner than we were last time.
yeah, they're actually and they haven't picked a champion yet.
Yeah, but we are seeing a little bit of a side swap with Glacial going blue and GSG going red, and then of course, Glacial wants to Twitch. Twitch has been such a powerhouse in both these games; it makes a lot of sense.
And GSG learning from the first game to ban the Akali when they don't get the first pick it.
Makes a lot of sense. I think, yeah, you definitely risk the first pick, and then you're trading Twitch for Akali, but then you have a Akali pressuring your Twitch, so you need to be a little careful. We can see if... Okay, yeah, that's... I didn't have the time to get to it, but it's Terra coming out on R1 makes a lot of sense. You're taking it away from the Twitch, and also, I mean, it's just proven to be pretty good in these games, except for when the Twitch strides through your team before the ult can actually get off. So now we can see Glacial try to perform that, and hopefully that their ADC gets so fed that you can just one-shot them before the cosmic ratings even comes down. But then Shyvana locked in.
Shyvana, I like it.
Ooh, Mordekaiser as well.
I mean,
Insta.
I mean,
Oh, and
Mordekaiser-
Yumi. There we go. There's an enchanter.
There we go. All right, where's cream cheese?
Man, that show was so interesting. Players, I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it, but it was producer says it was goated, but it was so hard to watch and try to feel any sympathy towards what's his bucket, dude, whoever the organism, man. I did not it was so hard to feel anything.
Bro, he would be flamed every single game in NA. I don't know why.
He'd be flame every game, but also I'd hate to have him as a teammate. He just sits there all game and doesn't talk, and then just ints the game away, and then's sucks, dude. Then just blows up on you. Sure, at the end of the series he was feeling better, but then he's yeah, sorry, you guys aren't grinding 24/7 after you just won the championship. You gotta, I'm out of here.
You don't want to grind for Worlds, even though we just got our butt kicked.
Yeah, I don't know, but Kog'Maw locked in.
Kog'Maw, the Void Puppy, and we see the Katarina ban. So, back to the mid laner. It's for the side of Glacial. His best 3 champions is the Aurelia, Akali, and Katarina, and he did do very well on the Orianna last game. So, I think they're thinking we can make this work again by not letting him have any of those champions.
Yeah, definitely a good choice, and we do see the VA go banned away as well. It's pinching that jungle pool just a little bit, but curious to see what the mid laner actually picks up. Yeah, like you were saying, and people in chat said, the Orianna had left a lot to be desired, but now paired up with the Twitch, Yumi, and Mordekaiser, we still have yet to see the jungle, and of course that mid lane. So it's going to be interesting to see how they choose to round out the comp.
I do really like the Viego ban though, because Yumi Viego is terrifying sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, Yumi and any champion that gets super fed and can just run over the game is very terrifying.
What I would like to see from GSG here is something to help this Kog'Maw a little bit. Whether it be the top lane or the mid lane. Something like Seraphine.
Trundle? I like the Trundle. It worked out for them well last game. There was nobody who could actually shred through it. So maybe we get somebody on Glacial who can actually help deal with this Trundle, because it did become a problem in the late game. Even after you killed the Akali and Twitch, this Trundle was still unkillable.
Trundle was hungry.
Yeah, Trundle was hungry. And so we'll see what they choose here.
The
Jarvan.
Ooh, the J4 is a really nice pick here.
One way to deal with the Trundle is to lock him in a box. So
yeah.
Both Trundle and Jarvan and Mordekaiser can do that. So maybe you can buy enough time to actually
and the Malzahar
deal with the rest of the team. I was really convinced the mid lane was gonna pull a crown and just, man, I can't be Faker, just lock Mordekaiser or Malzahar. But choose the Ahri also is still a very strong pick. Doesn't really help you with dealing with the Trundle, but he'll come down eventually.
I honestly would have liked the Malzahar more, but Glacial is doing a pretty good job. They have 3 champions who are able to get to the back line or take out like part of that front line. And we're
Oh.
going to see in response to the Ari, the Nico. And I love Nico. Like, she's one of my favorite champions to play.
Yeah, she's very fun. I'm surprised actually that she's like one of the on the like next two that's gonna be like changed. Like
Oh yeah,
Ari
the
has been.
Mythscope. Yeah, the Mythscope update. I really think she needs it because right now
Man.
her best usage is top lane.
Yeah, but like if they when they change her, they better not change like give me the flexibility. I wanna still like be able to choose AD. AD Nico is so fun.
No, it is
Like,
so
on
much fun. It is.
You just ignore like you ignore half of your kit and just worry about your auto passive and E. But as we hop into our little stream from Pro Comps,
Yeah.
we can take a look. These teams are fairly evenly met throughout the game.
Oh, pretty nice. I really like that's what GSG wants to do. Like, they want the Kog'Maw to play front to back. But at the same time, it's like Twitch is also going to play front to back. So it's whoever does more damage first and whoever locks them down first. And I think Nico wasn't a bad pick here because, like, if she can get an ult where the Twitch is and it hit, like, people that Kog'Maw's hitting, I honestly think GSG could pull a team fight win out of it. But on the flip side, if they don't find, like, that huge ult, from Tarek or even, like, picking off, like, zoning out the Twitch, like, I think Glacial actually has the edge in this draft.
Okay, I am not exactly 100% on how this interaction works, but I think it could be an idea to Mordekaiser ult just the Tarek. I'm pretty sure that breaks the bond, so you can't actually give the ult to the rest of your team. Really? My producer told me no, but
It just ult
regardless,
before it happens.
I mean, I still think having the Mordekaiser ult is still a good way to disrupt the team. And when you're trying to protect the Void Puppy, I mean, if you're able to just ult the Kog'Maw and then hit Zanya's, then, I mean, you're buying yourself 2.5 seconds. Even if you end up dying, hopefully your team can make something happen with the Twitch.
Okay.
But there's only so much time, and now...
This time it's going to be...
Is there any swapping in this league, producer? Okay, mid-top.
Now, they might be able... Oh, wait, this is already in mid-top.
Okay, they can swap champions. Okay.
Yeah.
So, still could be a swap. Maybe they're just trying to mess around or trying to trick up Glacial. But for the moment, it looks like Trundle top.
Divana in the jungle. Which, that Jarvan is going to probably look to invade. In the early levels anyways. They can get some push on these waves in the mid and bot.
Times Enjoyer. Still keeping the... Man. I just can't with the name, but having both the mid laners running the Ignite.
Bye, Enjoyer. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll see how this actually pans out. I think these fights are easier to navigate for GSG. I think you have your frontliners, you have your Nico, which will do a lot of CC. I think the onus is placed onto Glacial to actually get onto the Kog'Maw with the Mordekaiser, with the Jarvan, the Ari, and then create space for your Twitch to actually do damage. But also buy time in case there is a Cosmic Radiance that comes down so the Twitch actually does damage.
Yeah. And, I think GSG could just break these Nico kneecaps.
Man.
That was like the worst joke I could have came up with.
Man, I don't even know what to say after that one. But after Pac's last game, I mean, last two games have been pretty impressive. So if Pac is able to keep up the performance, then yeah, this Mordekaiser should become very, very scary and should be able to 1v1 most of the team of GSG.
This time, Glacial Esports will be able to fight as 5 and not basically be down a champion. Because I don't see a world where Mordekaiser is going to build Hullbreaker.
Yeah, hopefully it's Mordekaiser doesn't build Hullbreaker. But we see, I think I'd like to actually see a potential cleanse from the Cogmellus game instead of the heal. You might feel like you need it for lane, but I think being able to protect yourself from an Ari Charm or a Stray Yumi route is fine. But then also, I'm thinking about it more now, and you don't really want the cleanse, because then you kind of feel disincentivized to buy the QSS, which you would want to get out of the Mordekaiser ult. So I'm a little bit hurt, or a little bit beat up, but Tree to be.
Looking at these summoners a little bit. We do see
Yeah.
another flash on Star. 2 out of 3.
Good, but on the other side, I don't want to see this flash on Yumi.
Wait.
It's what? The producer? Sorry? Okay, it will switch at 0. They don't have flash, guys. Don't worry. Don't freak out. But hopefully, or else my producer's trolling me. Or Tree to be is trolling their team.
Everyone.
But we are
Okay.
just about to hop into the spectator delay for this game, and
Oh,
there you go.
there it changed. I was looking at it.
Now we have all the 3 combat spells in the bottom lane. And so this Twitch Yumi is going to be a force to be reckoned with. But overall, I think these comps are very, very even. I think both of these teams have an opportunity. But I feel with how these games have gone, these games might just go late and it becomes even more difficult for them to actually navigate these fights.
Yeah, I honestly think this game's going to come down to whoever can do more damage between Twitch and Cogwell.
Yeah, I think they're not necessarily paired up with all too much damage. Glacial actually has a good bit of damage to pump out. They have Mordekaiser, Ari to boot, but I don't know. I'm just curious to see how it plays out, and it is confirmed the Trundle top, so
There we go.
a little bit of a switch up.
Yeah. You know, fun fact about Star, real quick.
Uh-oh.
He will refuse to learn Yumi. For a support who doesn't want to run Flash, he doesn't want to learn Yumi.
What much is there to learn? But anyways,
Yeah, watch Netflix.
we will
watch players on Paramount.
we will be hopping into this game right after this delay. Game 3 of GSG Psy versus Glacial Esports Pink. Go get a snack, go to the restroom, but be back in a couple minutes so we can see the start of the game.
And we're back on the Rift. And we might see an invade, and we're going to get another invade.
We, mm, it's kind of hard for these teams to do much unless Nico starts eating ruins their lane. But I mean, they started a Kali E
Oh.
last game. They could catch
What?
the
They're
Yumi
gonna
out,
be
no
seen.
flash. Yumi, yo!
Yumi! No flash on Yumi. Yumi caught
They could give
slacking.
Cog the kill. They didn't give Cog the kill.
What? They didn't give the Cog the kill. But, you know, it's fine. Trundle gets the kill and the Mordekaiser.
Nah,
And,
but
like,
what the heck? It's so useless. Just
yeah,
give you just give Kog'Maw the kill. That's all you need to do, and you win the game. But now,
they're looking to completely. Are they trying to like full invade? No.
nah,
Okay.
Jarvan and Ahri gonna be on the red, but Nico Trundle probably gonna snuff it out. Try to at least put up a fight.
Put a ward down. That's all they have to do.
Tarek's also walking up. They need to be very careful.
Oh,
Oh, they were spotted.
they know. They know.
They have to do.
They know.
They walk all the way back. That's gonna slow down this Jarvan's clear so much. Especially against a Shyvana who clears so insanely fast anyways.
Yeah. We do see Twitch and Yumi being in lane first, which means they should be able to push this lane in and get an early prop. But we do see the Tarek coming behind the Ahri.
Oh, that's a lot of damage coming.
Okay. Beautiful roam by Star. Coming down and deciding to come behind the Ahri.
Oh, that tag?
That
in
hit.
What world? Ahri still has flash.
Oh my gosh, he canceled the auto.
God.
He canceled the auto.
Size and Troy are so low, but now what are Yumi and Twitch doing, by the way?
What is going on with
They just
Glacial?
abandoned the lane. They pushed on the turret actually, so it's fine, but like, I don't know where they're trying to go.
And we do see that, like, Trundle opted to sell his pots to get the longsword after getting first blood.
Yeah, he only had one pot. He ended up with the longsword and control ward, so
Yeah.
still able to do well, but obviously will take a bit of a beating in this lane.
I'm surprised.
Taking damage from minions needs to be careful.
I'm surprised Nico didn't look to like fight there.
Yeah, probably just being a little worried. Don't know where Jarvan is at the time.
Yeah. Oh?
Uh-oh.
Oh. Run, cat, run! The heal being used on the Yumi. And we have a gank on the top side. Packeting. Gank by Shyvana at level 3. The flash being used by both the Trundle and the Mordekaiser. Trundle getting a second kill.
Is that the Direst flash or something? Who is that?
That was like the best
Scarra flash? Who is it?
Scarra flash.
I don't know. They failed to flash over the wall. Pac did, so they didn't actually get out. They end up falling, even with the advantage in the lane, or the push in the lane. And now it's Trundle 2 kills already.
I don't want to be mean, but I don't want to see any of this bot lane because I hate that Kog'Maw skin. Oh,
The wings are so big, but
this
yeah,
whole school in the mid lane. And Nico.
No.
Jarvan coming down in the bot lane.
That's not how you do the flag flash.
Oh no. The flash off Jarvan being used incorrectly. Not being able to.
I don't know where these players are from. I don't know what they've been doing today, but maybe we're seeing a little bit of tired mistakes. I mean, this is the third game, playing for a while, but I mean, a lot of mistakes coming out already, and just Glacial.
Oh, the double. You know, staying at lane.
Scout has no flash. Oh, no, Yumi was not in range to ignite. They couldn't actually clean up the kill.
So close, but so far away. I am looking at the farm of Shyvana. I am genuinely surprised Shyvana just didn't walk up to the enemy topside jungle. Jarvan was down there for a while.
Definitely could have, but playing it relatively safe. You just want to farm until you can get your first dragon. Just be mighty strong.
And we do see the Trundle did come back in lane with the Sheen. he's going to be doing a ton of damage to this Mordekaiser in these short trades they're probably going to have. Maybe we'll get a look at one in a second. But Kog'Maw not CSing that well either. So, yeah, something Kog'Maw really needs is when you play him is you need to CS well because you need your gold. You need to get as much gold as you possibly can.
Goon Squad setting up around this dragon is Pizza and Pac fight.
Hawk's doing a good job holding the wave there and being able to pull the Trundle into the wave as it stacks and being able to get as much damage off as possible.
Very good laning from Pac, but still have the disadvantage of being down the first blood and then another kill.
Good job from Trundle. You know, after the first game where he just constantly kept fighting his Ornn, he's played the lane a lot safer and hasn't taken like any like too like bad trades. Like he's losing trades, but he's not like committing to these bad trades. He's getting himself out, living another day.
Exactly, and that's important. Oh, we may get denied the hop, but it shouldn't matter all too much. RO, just gonna clear out the ward. Got spotted. Can't actually force that gank.
First dragon, still chilling, you know, good mountain dragon. I think mountain dragon wouldn't be too bad for the side of GSG here. Only because like Shyvana with a little bit extra defense. Ooh. The ult coming on Mordekaiser. Trundle going under tower. Trying to get as much damage off. Oh. Shyvana is just flashing on top of the Mordekaiser, confirming the kill. And and Jarvan coming on the bot side, trying to counterplay. Taric coming out, possibly getting away here, living, but with 4 people bot lane, Scout's just gonna try to save Taric's life and sacrifice himself instead.
Twitch didn't have mana for the E, I don't think, when it came down to killing the Taric, but luckily they are able to get 1 kill. Stop the Kog'Maw just a bit, but it's still not looking fantastic for the side of Galaxy.
As we're looking at CS this game, I think
Glacial.
for the first, I don't even know what team I said, to be honest with you.
I said Galaxy.
Oh, did I like copy you? Like
I don't know. You know, it's a G word.
It's a G word.
Yeah, whatever. Glacial.
Glacial is not.
It's not looking great for Glacial. Glacial got to step it up, and then they can get their name right. Okay.
Yeah.
But Rift Herald going over to Chubby,
and
Dragon going over for Hamtaro, surprisingly.
Yeah. And you know, we're looking at the CS, and I think for the first time all series, the High's Enjoyer has a CS lead onto Squirrel Nest. I want to say that he was CS gap game 1 with Swain.
Perhaps Pac
And
needs to be careful
here
here.
with
There are 3 people
Dragon.
coming up. Pac, just place a ward. Oh, you don't have a ward.
Oh, Sejuani goes in. Nico getting the ult. Oh, perfect.
Good try.
And Chubby confirming the kill. And they just said, nah, we're not going to worry about getting our Kog'Maw ahead. We're going to get the top side ahead. Oh, nice flash by Kog'Maw. Getting out of the J4 ult. However, they barely get out without Kog'Maw dying there, using both heal and flash. But they should be able to take this top tower.
Yeah,
Maybe.
they are just punishing this Mordekaiser on repeat for his transgression. Full tower already. 202 on both the Shyvana and Trundle. And what's that Galaxy again? Glacial
My goodness.
needs to find a way to actually find their footing in this game.
Our producer's going to put in big bold letters in a second, just Glacial, so we don't forget. And we see the Trundle trying to 1v1 Mordekaiser. Not becoming a good idea.
Oh, now when the ult
No.
comes in, no mana left for a chomp.
Oh,
Perhaps. But-
a great Yuumi ult. Twitch is going to get a double kill.
Oh, Twitch, no.
Oh, Kog'Maw getting the kill on Twitch, but Yuumi gets the kill bot lane and not the Twitch.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see.
So Kog'Maw getting a little bit of a lead now in the bot lane.
He could have had more lead when he got first blood, but
Yeah.
the Toronto got ahead because of it, and they were able to push that advantage successfully. So not all is lost. And Dragon still 240 out, so not too much to do right now. Just gonna see a bit of farming as Nico's poking their head around the Jarvan, being a nuisance.
Yeah, and we see the mythic items coming out from both Shyvana and Trundle. Frostfire Gauntlet and the Divine Thunder. And honestly, Mordekaiser isn't out of the top lane yet. If you look at the CS, Mordekaiser's doing a really good job with it. While on the other hand, Pizza's here's doing a really bad job CSing. And it's something that he's kind of done all series.
Yeah.
And now we see both Shyvana and Nico coming bot lane. And I'm assuming we're looking for a dive. You know, if they stay too long.
Yeah, they need to be careful. Jarvan's up invading the top side, and I mean, this is just going to be more plates going down, more gold. And, I mean, they're losing some plates mid, actually, so it's not completely for nothing, but still, not a great map showing from Glacial. They're not doing much of anything right now.
Jarvan took the top side red buff from GSG side. But other than that, Ahri's the only one who is pushing a lane out. And it looks like Trundle's going to get caught here. Yeah. And it looks like he's going to die.
Living. He's getting... The squad
living.
came out to help!
Whoa. I thought he died. And then he just goes to full half HP again. Ahri getting the lucky bounce into the pit. She's going to get herself out here. Hopefully.
Does get themselves out, but now...
Dragon's
Mordekaiser
coming
on the wrong side of the world.
Yeah, Dragon's coming up in a minute. Mordecai... Are they going to see the Mordekaiser before he gets back?
Oh, I think...
Oh! The lucky bounce!
Hello?
Wait, then they don't chase?
Oh, they don't
Hello?
chase. They didn't realize it bounced multiple times.
Wait, but wouldn't it show?
I don't know.
I'm not crazy, right?
It does. No, I don't think it gives vision. Actually, I just played her today. Don't believe it gives vision, but it did bounce 3 times, and like that's noticeable.
Oh yeah.
If
oh,
not
they
else.
didn't notice. And what would have been a great pick right there.
A great pick, shutting down the other 3 Mordekaiser.
Yeah. But like getting more pressure on the top
yeah.
lane is what Trundle would have been able to do. Dragon comes up and nobody has like clear control of the river. Like
No.
Nico and Tarek are in the river trying to get that little bit of control. But Kog'Maw's still zoned out of the bot lane unless he walks all the way around. And Ahri trying to come down a little bit. Looks like Ahri's going to maybe make a trip. Try to hit the dandelion plant looking thing and
Friars
vision.
Bloom.
Yeah.
Mordekaiser. Oh, Trundle just gave him a quick
Peekab-
whap.
Peekaboo. Even with Divine Thunder, Trundle is getting smacked.
Yeah, this Mordekaiser definitely doing work when the Trundle ult's not going, but second dragon of the game going over should be with
Maybe?
that contest. Yeah, Jarvan just EQ'd. Doesn't have vision in there.
Yeah.
Going over to Goon Squad. Now we're gonna see the Rift again go to a Hex Tech.
Yeah.
3 in a row. No, first was Ocean Soul. 2 in a row.
And Tarek
Ooh,
almost getting the stun off.
quick feed
Shyvana
from the Queen.
was looking to just jump on him. However, I don't think that would have worked because Kog'Maw didn't even step up. Kog'Maw was still all the way back by the tower.
Still looking for Glacial to actually find a way to do something in this game right now. They're just kind of getting around. They're gonna be able to take the Rift Herald.
How do
But
how do you feel about Kog'Maw's item selection?
it's fine. You can rush to the Gwynsu's, whatever.
Yeah, I think it's like his meta build right now. No, it's that into Bork. Is it?
I'm not exactly sure. I don't know when people pick up their mythic, but I mean, I think it's completely fine.
It's Rageblade into Hurricane,
Okay, that makes sense.
and then they went and like the meta build or like what GG is saying is like Titanic Hydra.
Yeah, that
As
gives
a
you the
third item.
survivability. And then I mean, people go like like Iceborne on Cogwall, but I mean, just get the shield bow probably will be what ends up being done. It's my guess, but we'll still see how it pulls out or how it pans out.
And speaking of Rageblade, Kog'Maw does finish it.
Yeah,
Oh.
pretty cheap item, only 2,600. Makes sense that they're able to get it.
Eric just being a nuisance.
Tarek making
Oh!
it work.
And the Shyvana coming in. That's a lot of damage. Nico! Does she have W up? Oh, shit.
She gets flash.
She's gonna ult. Hit the Yumi. And then they're gonna look for the
And
Twitch.
then
They know
where
the
is
Twitch is
Twitch?
here. Twitch is running for his life.
Twitch gives a kill to Cogwall.
Twitch is giving charity gold.
I guess I felt bad that Kog'Maw didn't get the first blood, so they give him this one. Huh. They are the side of Glacial is able to take the mid turret, and it did end up just losing the bot turret. But
GSG almost with the 6,000 gold lead. Something they haven't really had.
yeah, last game was completely even just due to farm advantages from Glacial, but now this game they're just falling more and more behind.
We are seeing full items, so calm down. We're seeing the Tarek with the Boots of Swiftness.
Hey, they don't need other items. They got the Fimbulwinds or the Boots of Swiftness. What else could they need?
I'm not sure.
But it should just be seeing farming until the next dragon comes up. I mean, somebody might overextend, but otherwise, teams, even though there are 11 kills, it doesn't feel like that much has gone on this game.
No. It seems like mostly things just happen around objectives and then, yeah, the bot lane. Now, we did see the Dark Seal come out of Nico, and she does have 4 stacks on it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Definitely
And
stacking it up nice and slowly. 2-0 and 3 on the scoreboard. Looking good.
Trundle catching up in the CS category a little bit, catching up to that Mordekaiser. So he won't be too terribly behind, but we do see the Yumi will come in, and Kog'Maw wastes his flash despite not going to get hit. And Shyvana ulting the zone out to Twitch and just getting free fired, and she might almost die. Almost. But good job by Shyvana ulting in and pushing out the Twitch there, because if not, then the Kog'Maw was dead.
Yeah, but now 50 seconds on the dragon, and we're missing a bunch of cooldowns. Shyvana's dragon form gonna wear out. Kog'Maw no summoner spells. Twitch no all. Yumi no ult. So lot not available for this next dragon fight.
And on the side of Glacial, I wonder if they were wanting to actually compete for this dragon without that Twitch ult.
It makes it a lot more difficult. They could try to bring the Mordekaiser down and just have them ult to Shyvana, steal away the smite, and then hope Jarvan's able to secure it, but Mordekaiser might be changed this top lane.
Yeah. Now we do see the dragon coming up, and GSG starting it right away, looking like Glacial is going to defer to give up the second dragon to GSG. So they're... Oh, never mind. They're fighting Scuttle Crab. I saw...
Yeah, they came over to defend the mid lane. I think Kog'Maw and Nico could have stayed to actually take it, but opts to make the move. Trundle backing.
Great time to back.
Glacial looks like they were trying to collapse, but all they did was just give a position on the dragon.
Yeah, and now all the ults are back up again. Glacial could have came back down and competed for this dragon if they wanted. Because you come in with Twitch, you hit a good Yumi ult right there. Jarvan hops on top, and
But now they're caught out of position. They're gonna be collapsed on.
and Yumi's
Trundles.
getting smacked.
Uh-oh, Twitch. No
Goodbye,
Summer
Twitch. It's been real. Thighs Enjoyer getting their third kill onto this Nico.
6
Nico.
Dark Seal stack.
Yeah, 2 more. And are they going for Baron?
Yeah,
going
they
for a
can. That's a switch down. Who else is gonna kill your
And
team?
Ari's bot
Ari's
lane.
bot. Nobody's paying
OTG.
attention to this.
Ari's
They
bot
don't
with
even
no...
have vision.
Yeah,
Jarvan walks over now. Can't see.
but,
But-
they should just keep going.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing they can do to contest. Yumi backed. Ari's bot. Jarvan can looking for a steal.
Jarvan stole it!
Man!
Jarvan stealing the Baron.
Ah, and
Oh my gosh.
the part that hurts is the best part about this Baron is that the other team didn't get it. They got some Glacial was able to get some gold from it, but at the end of the day they can't do much. Ari will pick up this bot turret, but it's still so hard to push against the team of Goon Squad. They are so far behind.
Yeah, they're still 4,000 gold behind. But they might be able to get some gold back here. Trundle's still struggling against this Mordekaiser. So, if Mordekaiser's able to get a good push, and he's going to get some gold out of this tower.
He needs to be wary of the Shyvana nearby. Making this mistake a couple of times in lane.
And bot lane, we see the Nico and Ari. And nothing really else happening.
The solo mace hits are hurting.
Yeah, it's crazy. And Trundle just doesn't care. This Trundle, man. He's just walking straight into the action. It's
Yeah,
like, I see Twitch, I stun.
Yeah, and as you can see, I mean, they got the Baron, but nothing has changed in
Oh,
what they're doing.
behind-
Except now it's Chubby.
Oh!
And
The
Star.
Nico! Oh!
Or Thighs.
Wait, that was a 3-man ult!
Yeah, very good Nico. Able to... Yep.
Nico getting a kill. Beautiful flank from Nico, but on the top side, Pack is doing a lot of damage, almost killing the Trundle. There's no way Trundle's going to be staying here, so Pack should be able to confirm this top tower. And despite being behind, Pack's a bright point for Glacial right now.
If not the only. It feels very difficult for any of the other members on the team to actually do anything. And now Ari rooted up and not even a chance to ult before they die.
Great job from Thighs Enjoyer with the Nico this game, hitting a lot of ease. Ults in that matter. But they're going to push down and get this tier 2 tower. Mordekaiser finally coming out of the top lane. Everyone's just going to come back, hopefully reset, spend their money that was gifted to them. And even though Glacial has Baron, they're currently negative gold.
Yeah, I mean, that means you had to lose 1,500 gold plus whatever gold you got on the 2 turrets. So, definitely fell behind. And now, Hawk not able to actually get in there because of the Jarvan ult.
Are they
Tara
gonna
getting
kill?
torn
Oh
down.
my god, Trundle getting the kill. He's going insane. And he's going to try to run away, but he's not going to get out. Twitch should pick up the
Don't
Whoa.
give the kill, just get the kill, Mordekaiser. Oh, shut down. Onto the Twitch, 550 gold in the back pocket, but Twitch had to burn the flash because Mordekaiser didn't want to take the kill that badly, and it's not worth it at that point.
I would personally want the gold into this Mordekaiser. He's able to split lane and beat the Trundle. So if you put the gold into this Mordekaiser, I believe him being able to put pressure onto a side lane is the best chance for Glacial.
Yeah, his side lane pressure is very needed. But now Dragon spawning in 30 seconds. Twitch recalling now won't be here at the start.
And we do see the Hull Breaker come in by the Trundle, which is very interesting because he was building for, I believe, Titanic Hydra, no? Is that what you...
Yeah, so next is definitely coming with Titanic Hydra. It
Yeah.
has has two of the components for it.
So, but now the Trundle is coming to Dragon despite buying the Hull Breaker.
Yeah, definitely a questionable decision, but maybe just continuing to push up pressure in the mid lane instead of joining outright.
No, he's joining the fight.
No? Okay, yeah, that works too, I guess.
All right, nothing's being hit. Nico getting pulled down. Nico ulting Zonia's, but Nico only hit one person.
Oh, Nico was so low too, but it doesn't matter.
It's not over yet, though. Nico's getting hit. Mordekaiser going in, doing
Not
no
able to
damage.
do anything.
Twitch
And it's just...
doing nothing either, but Ari picking up the kill. Yumi on back. They're going to get out safely, picking up, getting the huge shutdown gold on from the Nico, and then they are going to pick up their dragon, and Trundle's going to try to just put pressure.
teleported onto the Ari, okay.
Yeah,
Picks up the turret. Ari doesn't have mana. Yumi needs to be wary.
yeah. Don't step up too far, Ari. Just watch what happened to Yumi.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it just feels... It doesn't feel like... I don't know how to describe it. I mean, they're doing some things, but Glacial kind of feels like they're just losing and not making any proactive plays. Like, they came to the fight, and they just kind of got rolled. They got a kill. You have 4 kills in the game. It's very a rough position for Glacial to be in.
Correct. And I feel like they aren't thinking about what they can do to get gold. Like, before they both Twitch and Mordekaiser died, we saw the Nico right next to the Twitch, who should have died right there. But instead they deferred to attack the other champions and almost let Nico get away there, up until Ari was able to pick up the kill. So it would have... Oh my gosh.
Stuns is
Beautiful.
That was... No, the Ari dashed away. Dashed the wrong way. Chubby has to... It's out, but that's Ari ult and Yumi ult burned.
Beautiful charm.
Yeah, very good charm. Kog'Maw split. They could look while the Cog split, but opt not to just posture around this Baron, protecting from any potential play. All 5 members, they can, no team can really do it while the other is around.
And we do see the Nico in mid lane. You know, she had her pass it off for Kog'Maw for a second there, but nobody's gonna fall for that.
Oh, and they're sending an award.
Yeah, that too. Twitch, you're doing great. You're showing yourself.
Yeah, and now nothing happens around this dragon play.
Oh,
Next to Twitch, blocked it away.
Kog'Maw. That was a beautiful ult. Wait, this actually is pretty good. I think he kills Kog'Maw here. 700 gold shutdown, and they get the kill on Nico. But even though Jarvan dies, if they can get out, this is a plus.
Ooh.
Oh, why'd you go back in? If they just got out, that was huge. But Twitch is gonna, Yumi's gonna try to come in, root this. Can they kill the Trundle? Oh
no,
my
they
god!
Can't. Oh my god, this Trundle!
Oh my god!
Unofficial pentakill coming out from the Trundle. Man, this champion in both the games we've seen, it's so disgusting. Both first on Chubby, then on Pizza. It's just super strong, and they could try to push for the end here. Jarvan up in 7, but 20 seconds on the rest. They are looking for the end.
Yeah, I think GSG's ending. GSG taking the first tower, taking the second tower. Jarvan goes in, but Jarvan doesn't do damage.
Doesn't do damage. He cannot stop this Trundle.
Trundle.
They're willing to take the time to try to kill the...
And GSG takes game 2, winning 2-1 after getting destroyed game 1, coming back with vengeance in game 2 and 3, and just taking the series away from Glacial.
Yeah, I talked about how in that first game, GSG needs to forget about that first game. There's nothing it can do. They got stomped. No biggie. But they were able to come back in such a big way. And last game, okay, I'll give it. Last game was a little shaky. They were even in gold basically the whole time and won by a miracle maybe not a miracle, but one much harder than they should have. But now they completely rolled this game.
And it looks like they came together and found something that worked for game 3.
Yeah.
And, great on them. That now makes GSG 2-0. They're the better GSG IOTA team since IOTA lost tonight.
Yeah. Maybe Iota just needs the FF, and then we'll all be tied right up. Or we could have been the same, but regardless, GSG 1-1 tonight. GSG Psy 2-1, and a good showcase in these last 2 games, especially from Trundle. Both the players who were playing it, a very strong pick.
Insane.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate Trundle.
Yeah, Trundle's a disgusting pick, but life from Glacial as well. 2-0'd last week into close 1-2 this week. Definitely, they did well, and definitely can find some drafts that are better, that work better for them. Easier execution, make it so they can actually have clear paths into the game. Because this game, it kind of just felt like they were getting ran over, and they didn't have a play to make.
And they found something that worked game 1, and I think if they look upon what they did game 1 and put it towards future games, I think they will find something that is beneficial and can help turn their record around.
And it would help to have 3 more bans.
That is also true. But I appreciate you for being here, Michael.
Yeah, I appreciate our time. This has been ZGG, IBS.
Shout out to the best producer, MXL.
Yes, thank you, Brennan, for producing for us. But GSG winning 2-1. Good showcase from them tonight. But hope you guys enjoyed the show. Be back here next week as we take on another game.